1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Started in here.
And the bass keeps running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and running, running, and running, running.
Welcome, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
We'd like to let you know that these Owlz radio broadcasts are brought to you by K-Star Radio 1400 AM. You can also catch our broadcast online at OremOwlz.com for the webcast on there. Our also sponsors from Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, Marcon Incorporated, The Clean Home, J&J Services, All-Star Garage, and GotConcrete.com, and SOS Staffing Services and SportsmanWarehouse.com. Thanks for all of our sponsors, and thanks for tuning in. We're in the second game in this three-game series against the Missoula Osprey. Last night, the win went to the Owlz with winning the game 5-1 over Missoula. The win went to Dan Hawkins last night for the Owlz pitcher. Now with a record of 3-0, that's the highest on the team of the pitching staff for the Owlz. Record of 3-0 now for Dan Hawkins. The loss went to Matt Green with exactly the opposite record, 0-3 for Matt Green on the Osprey. Short game last night, only 2 hours and 11 minutes. Last night's win brought the Owlz record to 14-13. We are tied for fourth in the Pioneer League, second place in the Southern Division. Leading the Pioneer League still is the Helena Brewers with a record of 19-7. In last place is the team we're playing tonight, Missoula Osprey, with a record of 7-19.
That's all the overall records. Of course, what seems to matter most is if you win the Southern or Northern Division.
Oh, really?
So it's a pretty tight race here in the Southern Division. The Ogden's up one game on us. Yep. We're tied with Idaho Falls there. So we got Ogden at 15-12,
right,
and Idaho Falls 14-13, and then 2 games behind us is Casper, 12-15. So anybody's division, tight race.
So a couple things going on today. So far we have acquired another player just today. We have now number 46, Robert Romero. He was called up from the Mesa Angels. Romero comes to us from Dallas, Texas, acquired this year in the draft, and he just came in this afternoon.
See if we catch him tonight or tomorrow night. They like to get those players in pretty soon after we get them.
Did you have the weather reports on there?
The weather report today is hot.
Thank you, Chris, for the weather report.
Yeah, hot. There we go. Wind speed 0.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, nothing going on out there.
And direction, well, if there's no wind, there's no direction.
No direction.
And 12% humidity. It is 99 degrees Fahrenheit today.
It was 100 a little bit earlier in the day. It's a beautiful day out here, though. A couple clouds in the sky. It's very clear out there, though. The mountains are looking nice and clear. Again, no wind, and a beautiful day here at the home of the Owlz Stadium. And great day for a game. Again, the second game here against the Missoula Osprey in this three-game series. Let's go over the starting lineups for tonight. For the Missoula Osprey, batting first, number 18, Ed Roman, the right fielder. Batting second, number 8, Rusty Ryal, second baseman. Batting third is Valdo Diaz, left fielder. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, Will Crouch, playing the DH tonight. Batting fifth, Brian Byrne, first baseman. Batting sixth, Steve Mena, playing third base. Batting seventh, Jason Santiago, playing center field. Batting eighth, Mike DiCarlo, the catcher. And batting ninth, Pedro Ciriaco, the shortstop. And pitching tonight for the Missoula Osprey, number 49, Anthony Cups. Anthony Cups is a right-handed pitcher. Comes in the game the record of 0-2, 8.03 ERA, 12 1/3 inning pitch, and 8 strikeouts on the season.
Anthony Cups, one of those losses came to us last week.
That's right.
And I think this is the exact same matchup. Robert Mosebach versus Anthony Cups.
Yeah.
And Mosebach pitched a fabulous game while Cups left something to be desired there. We're getting ready for the national anthem. The colors are coming down right now, so we're going to take a quick break and come back to you with the Orem Owlz starting lineup.
Come on back.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
This is a true story. story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, I can give you wings, and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, wings for you, too. Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the Owlz Radio Network. It's our second game in this three-game series against the Missoula Osprey, and it's time to go over the Orem Owlz starting lineup.
That's right, and tonight looks very similar to other past evenings. We start with, wrong lineup. We start with Heinley Stacia batting leadoff and playing shortstop. Batting second, playing left field, Brad Kuhn. Batting third, playing first base, Mark Trumbo. Third baseman, Dallas Morris, batting cleanup. And batting fifth will be Colby Overstreet, the designated hitter tonight. Josh Coles will play right field and bat sixth. Behind the plate tonight is Greg Deeney. He'll bat seventh. Billy Boyer bats eighth, playing second base as usual. And Stantrell Smith batting ninth, playing center field.
Yep.
And tonight pitching is Robert Mosebach. Coming into the game, I mean, this guy's stats are great. He's got a 1.50 ERA.
Wow.
2-0 record. He's only gone 18 innings pitched with his 3 starts. But, he's the last couple outings, he's been nigh unhittable.
That's right.
So, looking for good things tonight. Maybe we're over-predicting some stuff. Anthony Cubs had some trouble when he pitched against us last time.
Right.
Whereas Moose, the Moose was loose, and he just took him down.
In the goose.
Robert
Mosebach comes from West Palm Beach, Florida. A lot of these guys from Florida. He's acquired this year in the draft. Now, is it normal, Chris, for them to put these same pitchers up against each other? Is that on purpose? Putting Mosebach against Cubs again?
That's just how it works out in the rotation, pretty much.
It's not like for a reason, because it seems that way sometimes.
They do it on purpose. There could be any number of things that would happen. Maybe an injury or just a replacement, switching one player from the bullpen into the starting rotation that would make those matchups different. But these two pitchers are still in the starting rotation. There hasn't been any odd games off to throw that out of sync for now. So we like the matchup, and it worked for us pretty well last time.
Again, we have a new player on the team, Robert Romero. Robert Romero came to us from the Mesa Angels, and also Jose Caldera is still gone. He was called up to Salt Lake. Again, we think it's just a temporary thing again, but maybe he'll be back. And Anthony Whittington and Brendan Wilson, 2 of our pitchers, have recently started pitching again, practicing, doing their warm-ups. They haven't been in a game yet, and they won't be for a little bit, but those guys are back.
They're on the mend.
They're on the mend.
And good thing. It's hard to have only one left-hander in the starting rotation and only one left-hander in the bullpen. We've got Kelly Shearer, one of our starters, and then Mike Pete, left-hander out of the bullpen. Now, when Anthony Whittington comes back, when he comes back, he'll be coming from the bullpen again, and we'll have another left-handed option out there.
Right.
So that is good. And Brendan Wilson, we just like his spunk. That kid has so much energy.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Good, yeah, he's quite a guy. And looks like we're ready to get started out there. We're in the top of the first inning. If you're just tuning in, scoreless game out there. We're ready to get started. Coming up to bat this inning for the Missoula Osprey, Ed Roman, Rusty Ryal, and Osvaldo Diaz. So Roman steps up to the plate here. He comes from Carolina, Puerto Rico. He's playing right field tonight. He last played with Princeton High School and acquired in this year in the 20th round. And it looks like we're almost ready to go. Again, pitching out there for the Owls, Robert Mosebach.
It's interesting to look down the Osprey lineup, and batting averages sunk after last night for a lot of them.
Quite a bit.
They had a rough night at the plate. Dan Hawkins threw 5 innings and only 2 hits in that time. It's just incredible.
It definitely deserved that.
I'm not sure.
Win.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that arm is real or mechanically enhanced somehow.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Roman. It catches the outside corner with a fastball for strike one. 0-1 count. No outs yet. No runners on base. Roman at the plate right now for the Osprey. Roman came in the game batting .278. And here comes Roman's 0-1 pitch. This one, fastball catching the edge of the plate as well. 92 miles an hour. Strike two.
Umpire a little slow to make that call.
Yeah, there was a little delayed reaction.
I was going to say, it's a good placement. I would have been surprised if it wasn't a strike.
Right. 0-2 is the count now. No outs. Roman at the plate right now for the Osprey.
And Roman batting from the left side of the plate. But if you look at Mosebach's statistics, he has a 0.00 ERA against left-handed batters.
Holy cow. His 0-2 pitch, he fouls down towards the Owlz dugout, still strike two. Now, do we have information about how many left-handed batters he's faced?
He has faced 9, well, they go by kind of innings. He's faced 9 innings of lefties, 9 innings of righties. That one's straight to Hunley Stacia. Thrown out. No.
Trumbo gets off the bag at first there, makes the swiping tag, and just misses Ed Roman, and Roman's safe at first base on a single.
I think the umpire wasn't really watching the swipe tag. He just saw that Trumbo came off. He was looking down at the bag to see if the runner would beat the throw. And that's too bad because I think Trumbo swiped him.
Yeah, he got him on the shoulder. Well, a runner now on first base here. No outs yet for the Osprey, and now batting for the Osprey, number 8, Rusty Ryal, playing second base. He's from Perry, Oklahoma. Runner on base, no outs yet. And here comes Ryal's 0-0 pitch. Lets it fly. This one's high and outside, and ball number 1. That's a fastball. 1-0 count.
That last hit, quote unquote,
right,
have not yet ruled that a hit or an error or anything. So it's just still a bunch of bagels up there. 0-0-0.
Here's a 1-0 pitch. High pop fly out into right field. Right fielder Cole's getting underneath it, over almost by the dirt back there, and makes a snag back on the warning track, getting the first out. Runner still safe on first out there. 1 out now for the Osprey. Coming up to bat, Osvaldo Diaz, a left fielder. And he's from Havana, Cuba.
That's right, the Cuban. He was batting over 300 for a little while, but last night got a couple strikeouts on him. Coming into the game now batting .298. He leads their team, the Osprey, with the home runs. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. 15 runs scored. I think that's also a team best. 15 runs scored.
Wasn't Diaz one of the guys to get 2 strikeouts in a row?
He was.
First 2 at-bats?
His first 2 at-bats were both strikeouts. Amazing. He is a right-handed batter against Mosebach, a right-handed pitcher. And Mosebach, has a 3.00 ERA. Still pretty good ERA. Ooh. There's the 0-0 pitch, and Diaz loses his bat on that one. Swinging towards the Owlz dugout. It fouls over the grandstand to the right, getting strike 1. But that bat flew almost to the backstop. Good gracious. You just have to go collect his property over there. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to throw it at you. When I used to play, we played softball and PE in high school. I would have the real problem of not letting go of the bat after I hit it. So I'd carry it with me down the bases. And they would always say, throw the bat. And I'd get rid of the bat. So I'd get so mad that I'd just throw it. Like at somebody? No, just kind of into the ground. But I was angry. And then it was bad in high school. Okay. 0-1 count now for Diaz. Still got a runner on first out there. 1 out. Here comes Diaz's 0-1 pitch. And he grounds it to himself, bouncing off the plate there, strike 2. That came up. Did that hit him in the face? It looked like it hit him off the chest or right shoulder. Got him somewhere. What's important is he has 2 strikes on him. No, not his safety. His safety. You sacrifice your safety for the game. 0-2 is the count now. 1 out. Runner on first out there. Diaz at the plate for the Osprey. Still a scoreless game here in the top of the first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, curveball, ball 1. Trying to use the breaking ball to get him to swing on the outside, maybe strike him out. Well, they know Mosebach can throw on the outside and just catch that corner with a fastball, so he does very good with his location. I know. 1-2 is the count now. Still got a runner on first, and Mosebach thrown over to Trumbo at first there. Runner still safe. Ed Roman over at first has 4 stolen bases on the year. Wow. Not showing a lot of signs of stealing or aggressive base running right now. Yeah. I believe he's the team leader in stolen bases on the team, or tied for it. This is 1-2 pitch. This one fouled down the first base line. Still strike 2. 1-2 is the count. 1 out. Runner on first base. Diaz at the plate right now for the Osprey. A scoreless game here in the top of the first. Diaz came in the game again, batting .298. He was acquired as a free agent this year for the Osprey. 9 RBIs on the season so far. He has had quite a few strikeouts. 24 strikeouts and only 5 walks, so he's a prime victim here. Prime to be a victim, I guess.
The 1-2 pitch. High fastball on the outside, and he swings for it. Strike 3, and Diaz strikes out swinging. That's 2 outs now for the Osprey. Still a runner on first base out there. Still a scoreless game in the top of the first. And now batting for the Osprey, number 37, Will Crouch, the designated hitter tonight from Austin, Texas.
I love it when I say it and it happens. It could be a strikeout.
You know,
primed for it.
I wouldn't stop you from doing that, but it's been right every time.
Well, not every time.
Well, probably 99% of the time.
I'm getting
it's very close. I don't want to bank on it, but okay. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Crouch, and Mosebach lets it fly. An outside breaking ball in the dirt there, curving ball 1. 1-0 is the count, 2 outs. Runner on first base out there. Crouch at the plate right now for the Osprey. He last played with the University of Texas, acquired as well as a free agent this year.
Crouch leading his team by far in batting average with a .348 average.
Yeah.
He had a couple of hits last night. I think a couple of the only hits they had on the team.
Right. Yeah, that single.
They're giving him a lot more playing time now. He's got 46 at-bats. They're going to keep him in the lineup a bit more.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Crouch. Another high fastball, this time a little too outside, ball 2. 2-0 is the count now, 2 outs. No runner on first over there. Crouch at the plate right now for the Osprey.
An interesting position we have here. We just talk. We tell you what's going on the field out there, and we could lie about it all we want.
The 2-0 pitch is a high pop fly out to right center, and looks like it drops between center fielder Smith and Coles out there, bouncing on the warning track. And here comes Roman coming in for a run scored and a double for Will Crouch. So another RBI for Will Crouch, now with 10 on the season, and he scores Ed Roman, and now the Osprey lead 1-0 here in the top of the first.
Now, I don't want to...
Did I say everything there?
You did. I don't want to be a whiner or anything like that, but considering Mark Trumbo's tag was actually there, the inning would have been over.
It would have been the third out.
And it wouldn't have been a run at all. So,
all right, the Osprey now leading 1-0 here in the top of the first. Now batting number 26, Brian Byrne. Here comes his first pitch, and high pop fly into left field foul territory. Left fielder Kuhn getting underneath it over there, trying to get it. Gets it way on the dirt, out in left field foul territory for out number 3. Nice catch, right in the sun. That ends the top of the first inning. The Osprey now leading 1-0. Come on back for the bottom after this.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone. It's no doubt that we're in the first inning. We're actually in the bottom of the first inning. The Osprey are leading 1-0 thanks to a run scored from
Ed Roman.
Will Crouch bringing him in on a double. And still pitching out there for the Osprey, number 49, Anthony Cups, a right-handed pitcher. Cups comes from Madison,
Wisconsin.
No, MS.
Ohio. Massachusetts. No, that's
not Missouri. Mississippi. Darn it, I feel like a jerk. I never learned those ones. All right, well...
you always think of the river, not the state, you know.
Comes from Madison, Mississippi. He last played with the University of Mississippi. I should have got it from there, where it says right next to it. All right, bottom of the first inning. Coming up to bat here for the Orem Owls. Number 14, Heinley Stacia, the shortstop. After him, Bradley Kuhn and Mark Trumbo. Here's Stacia at the plate. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. It's an inside fastball for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. No outs yet, though runners on base. Stacia at the plate right now for the Owls here in the bottom of the first. Osprey leading 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Stacia. Gets a hold of it. Grounder popping over Cups at the pitcher's mound into center field. And second baseman Ryal can't get a hold of it and bobbles it. And Stacia gets safe on first.
Now, Stacia batted from the left side of the plate on that one. Here comes another lefty, Brad Kuhn, who's kind of taken over that second spot in the lineup.
Yeah. So now a runner on first base. No outs yet. We're still in the bottom of the first. Osprey leading 1-0. And now batting for your Orem Owls, number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder from Willowick, Ohio.
Cuts has shown problems against left-handers so far. He has an 18.00 ERA versus left-handed batters as opposed to a 1.23 versus right-handers.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. Kuhn going for his patented bunt there, but it gets past him on the outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count now. Kuhn at the plate. He last played with the University of Nashville, acquired this year for the Owls organization.
Expect the top of the lineup to be very productive in the first couple innings here. Cups throws over to first, make sure Stacia stays on. Stacia has 5 stolen bases on the season. Pretty quick guy over there.
Isn't he tied with someone?
He's just behind Kuhn for the team leader. Kuhn has 6.
The 1-0 pitch, another bunt attempt. This time it's an inside curveball for strike 1, catching the corner. 1-1 is the count now. Kuhn still at the plate. No outs yet. Runner on first. Kuhn came in the game batting .333.
Hey, it just keeps going up.
Yeah.
It was like 301 yesterday or 302, throwing over to first again, keeping Stacia on. But Kuhn's just been fabulous ever since he realized how to do that, or discovered how to do that bunt single and how effective it's been. It's just singles. In fact, his 24 hits are all singles. Nothing for extra bases this year.
More singles than a cruise ship. 1-1 is the count now. Kuhn at the plate still for the Owls. Runner on first. Here comes his 1-1 pitch. Another bunt attempt. This time it catches the outside corner curveball. And strike 2 for Kuhn. Didn't pull back in time. 1-2 is the count.
Anthony Cups pitching for the Osprey, being pretty good locating that curveball on the outside corner, and Kuhn having a tough time seeing it. That takes away his bunt single option. He'll just be swinging away now.
All right, 1-2 is the count. No outs yet. Runner on first. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kuhn, and fouls that one over the left field wall. Still strike 2 off that fastball. 1-2 count. Oh, no outs.
That was a good line drive if he could have straightened it out. Maybe that would have been his first extra base hit of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Never know. These guys sometimes get underestimated, and they'll just pop right over the scoreboard, and you're like, wow. Okay, he just hits it on the ground all the time.
When we were in Helena, that guy hit one over their scoreboard.
That's right. The second batter in the lineup.
It was a home run, and we just called it a home run, but it's actually over the scoreboard in left field.
It was ridiculously high.
That was crazy. That's probably 3,000 feet in the air. No, 3 stories or so.
Well, you might be a little bit shy there on your number.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Kuhn. Outside curveball, ball 2. 2-2 is the count now. No outs yet. Runner on first. Kuhn's at the plate right now. Kuhn came in the game with no home runs in the season, 9 RBIs.
Scores a lot of runs, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I didn't make that. No, I did. 16 runs scored.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Another one fouled off the left field wall. And still strike 2 off that fastball. 2-2 still is the count. Kuhn at the plate right now.
Kuhn's fighting off these fastballs. If Anthony Cups can put in another curveball on the outside corner, that might get Kuhn. But so far, he's staying alive with 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Kuhn went to high school at North High in East Lake, Ohio. He went to college at Trayuka Nazaire University. I believe he's still there, studying sports exercise science. Here's his 2-2 pitch. High pop fly on the left center. And left fielder Diaz gets that one almost by the track. No,
he drops it.
Pops in out of his glove. And a double for Kuhn. No, as long as they don't count it an error, right? Yep, they count it an error.
Be an error.
So just a single for Kuhn, but advancing him to second base, and that drop ball from Diaz out there in the left field for the Osprey. And Stacia now at third, Kuhn at second, and still no outs.
All right, so we get redemption for our error last inning, and Mark Trumbo comes to the plate. Now sweet redemption with no outs. Mark Trumbo has runners on second and third, and Cups is going to have to be careful not to put the fastball in the wrong spot.
Right, that's the worst thing. Osprey still lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. Fouls that one down the first base line. Strike number 1.
And Trumbo has the league lead with the 14 doubles on the season. Does have 2 home runs as well, but even a well-placed single would score 2 runs here for the Owls to take a lead.
Trumbo also up there with 37 hits in the Pioneer League and 16 extra bases. You already said that?
No, I didn't.
There you go. Here's his 0-1 pitch, inside curveball, ball 1 for Trumbo. Watching it go by. 1-1 is the count. No outs yet. Runners on second and third. We're in the bottom of the first here. The Osprey leading 1-0. Trumbo's at the plate right now for the Owls. He comes from Anaheim, California. He last played with Villa Park High School. He was acquired last year for the Owls organization.
I've been impressed with Trumbo. He's just been getting better and better.
Oh, yeah.
Seems to,
fun to watch.
Very rarely does he not get a hit in a game.
So the sun finally going down over here. There's some cloud cover. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High pop fly into shallow center field. And center fielder Santiago makes the catch. And here comes the throw to home. And Stacia sliding into home plate, feet first, and is safe at home. The throw came in just a bit too late. And now a run scored into the Owls, tying up the game 1-1.
So a sac fly for Trumbo. And that would be his 15th RBI on the season.
Cool. And Kuhn held up there on second base. So now only 1 out for the Owls here in the bottom of the first. The score is now tied 1-1. And Dallas Morris, the third baseman, steps up to the plate here with a runner on second. Morris comes to us from Opelousas, Louisiana. Opelousas.
One day I'll have to go visit Opelousas out there.
My mom emailed me. She said she's been there. Here's the 0-0 pitch, and he grounds that one right to the second baseman, pretty hard, and Ryal makes the throw to first baseman Byrne for the Osprey and gets the out at first. 2 outs now for the Owls.
Now we got another lefty coming up to the plate, and Colby Overstreet. Overstreet, the designated hitter tonight, coming to the plate, batting .273. No home runs, 11 RBIs. A lot of those RBIs came against the Missoula Osprey. In fact, let me check my notes here. I think he had 4 RBIs against, or 3 RBIs against Anthony Cupps.
Kuhn has advanced to third base out there. So here's the 0-0 pitch to Overstreet. And Kuhn, it's a curveball outside for ball 1. Overstreet motions to Kuhn to stay on third. 1-0 is the count, 2 outs, runner on third base. Overstreet at the plate right now for the Owls. Score is tied here 1-1 in the bottom of the first. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Another curveball outside, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Overstreet. He comes from Midland, Texas. He last played with Oklahoma City University, and he was acquired this year for the organization.
I am correct. Colby Overstreet had a monstrous game last time he saw Anthony Cupps. There's another ball.
Low ball on the outside.
That's right. So he came, last time he saw Anthony Cupps, singled off of him his first 2 at-bats, and then a walk after that.
Right.
And scored a run, drove in 4, 3 of those official.
There's a 3-0 pitch, another fastball, this time outside and into the dirt for ball 4. And Overstreet gets walked, the first walk for Anthony Cupps here in the game. And now runners on first and third, 2 outs. And stepping up to the plate for the Owls, number 27, Josh Coles, the right fielder from Nampa, Idaho. 2 outs, runners on the corner.
That may have been a smart move by Anthony Cupps to walk Overstreet. Overstreet, showing a good eye at the plate, especially against a pitcher like Cupps who struggles against left-handed batters. So now he's going up against a right-hander and Josh Coles. And
Coles stepping up to the plate here with the runner on first and third and 2 outs. Score is still tied 1-1 here at the bottom of the first. And Coles' first pitch is an inside fastball for strike 1, catching the inside corner. 0-1 is the count now, 2 outs. Coles at the plate for the Owls. Last played with Redlands East Valley High School. Here's his 0-1 pitch, gets a hold of it, grounder down the first base line. Almost hitting Trumbo there. Here comes the throw to first and gets the out at first base. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the first inning. The score is tied 1-1. Come on back for the second.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
1400 K-Star. 1400 K-Star.
The Wolverine, or Alaska, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Payson Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, ladies and germs, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the second inning. The score is tied 1-1. Up at bat right now for the Osprey is Steve Mena. His first two pitches, he fouled out behind him. His last pitch was a ball on the outside fastball. And then his last one that we just saw here, we're trying to catch up a bit, was a curveball inside corner, and swing and a miss for strike three.
Second strikeout of the night for Robert Mosebach, still on the mound for the Owls.
Again, we're in the top of the second. The score is tied 1-1. We've already gone through one batter. Now batting for the Osprey, Jason Santiago. Here comes his 0-0 pitch, goes for the bunt, and looks like he just catches a bit of the ball and bounces back foul for strike one.
That was, if it had been fair, it would have been just right in front of Greg Deeney.
Yeah. Catcher for the Owls.
Not a very good bunt location there. He wants to get it to dribble down one of the lines.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Santiago, and fouls that one over the left field wall on the fastball. 0-2 is the count. One out. The Osprey up at bat right now in the top of the second. No runners on base yet. Santiago's at the plate right now for the Osprey. He comes from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico, and he was acquired in 2003 in the 17th round. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside fastball. Strike three, and another batter has struck out swinging.
Taking care of business here, Robert Mosebach. That another left-handed batter, Jason Santiago.
Cool.
Continuing to show his dominance over lefties.
Right.
And coming to the plate now is Mike DiCarlo, the catcher for the Missoula Osprey.
All right, two outs, top of the first. Scores tied 1-1. DiCarlo at the plate right now for the Osprey. Here's his pitch. Gets a hold of it. High pop fly on the right field, back on the warning track. Cole's getting underneath it, and it bounces off the fence there and rolls in front of Cole. Here comes the throw into second. And Stacia picks it up there, but runner safe at second base. So a double for Mike DiCarlo, and now a runner on base.
So the second double of the night given up by Robert Mosebach, but that was a first pitch swing.
Yeah.
I think the Osprey are trying to take advantage of first pitches for strikes, and that one was just too much the heart of the plate.
All right.
Too much.
Still two outs for the Osprey. Score is tied 1-1, top of the second. And now batting for the Osprey at the bottom of the lineup, the shortstop, Pedro Ciriaco. He comes from the Dominican Republic. I won't even attempt to say the name of the city. Maybe Chris can try later.
I'm feeling lazy.
It has
tonight.
about 5 words in it. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Ciriaco. Grounds it to Stacia at shortstop, bouncing underneath the runner. Here comes the throw to first to Trumbo and gets the out at first base. That ends the top of the second inning. A quick one. Score is still tied 1-1. Come on back.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardwear, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
If the Owlz are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. A little Charles Schultz piano peanuts music as we come in there.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The score's tied 1-1. And coming up to bat this inning for the Owlz, Greg Deeney, Billy Boyer, and Santrell Smith, bottom three of the lineup. Still pitching out there for the Osprey, Anthony Cups, the right-handed pitcher.
It's the same bottom three in the lineup we saw last night.
Yep.
They were pretty darn good there. In fact, Smith had a home run and a double last night,
right.
A couple RBIs, and stolen base. He just had a great night.
He's all over the place.
That's right. Deeney will be batting first, and he's just been getting better.
Yep.
Bats .417 now on the season, even though that's only the 12 at bats. He's got his stick moving pretty good now. And Boyer, even though he's still in somewhat of a slump, he does have power, and he'll show it every now and then with a double or a home run like 2 nights ago. So it's pretty dangerous bottom part of the lineup.
Yeah.
There's some speed, power, and average all throughout there.
The only difference in the lineup tonight is Coles taking the place of Rosario, but everything else is exactly the same.
They want to fit Coles in there because Coles has a lot of power too, and they want to make sure he's getting his at-bats.
I noticed the lineup was different, but I couldn't tell why, and Vagor informed me. I'm like, something's different, but the same. Never mind. Okay, we're in the bottom of the second. Score is tied 1-1. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Deeney. It's catching the outside of the corner there. Curveball, strike one. 0-1 count now. No outs, no runners on base. Deeney at the plate. He comes from Longwood, Florida, acquired just a couple weeks ago for the organization. Here's his 0-1 pitch. High fastball outside, ball one.
That one just misses.
Yeah.
Deeney does good to stay off it.
1-1 is the count now. No outs yet. Deeney at the plate. Last play with Tulane out in New Orleans. Here's his 1-1 pitch. Grounder down the third base line. Third baseman Mena picks it up, scoops it, makes a throw across the diamond, and gets the out at first base. That's one out now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the second inning. Score is still tied 1-1. And now batting for the Owlz, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman from Auburn, Washington.
And Boyer coming to the plate, batting .233. Does lead the Owlz in home runs with 4.
Cool.
He has 15 RBIs on the season. And he's just kicking that dirt around, getting ready to start it.
Is it strange for someone to lead the team in home runs, and then he's also struggling with the strikeouts as well?
That's not unusual? Not uncommon at all, actually.
His 0-0 pitch is a fastball outside corner, strike one. Watches it go by.
In fact, you'll see somebody like an Adam Dunn, left fielder for the Cincinnati Reds, with tons of strikeouts, but a ton of home runs.
There's the 0-1 pitch to Boyer, grounder to the shortstop. There's the throw across the diamond, and gets the out at first. So 2 outs now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the second inning. Score still tied 1-1. And now batting for the Orem Owlz, bottom of the lineup, number 23, Stantrell Smith, center fielder from Atlanta, Georgia.
I can't say enough about Stantrell Smith.
Yeah.
The guy's just a monster of an athlete. Monster in a good way.
Yeah, a good monster.
Very fast. We've talked about his speed before.
Yep.
Tall guy, a lot of muscle on him. Gets a hold of this one.
There's his high pop fly into center field and the 0-0 pitch. And center fielder Santiago for the Osprey gets underneath it in shallow center field. That's out number 3. That ends the bottom of the second. Score is still tied 1-1. Come on back.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the two professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophies. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone. There I am. Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the 3rd inning. The score is tied 1-1. Batting this inning for the Osprey, top of the lineup, Ed Roman, Rusty Ryal, and Osvaldo Diaz. Roman's already at the box here, and here comes his 0-0 pitch. And Mosebach lets it fly, still pitching for the Owlz, and he grounds that one to Billy Boyer at second. Here comes the throw to Trumbo at first, and gets the out at first base. Nice work. 1 out now for the Osprey here in the top of the 3rd. Score still tied 1-1 as Rusty Ryal, the second baseman for the Osprey, steps up to the plate.
Rusty flied out to right his last at bat.
Yep.
And comes to the plate right-handed. Doesn't make too much of a difference. The Moose pitch is pretty darn good to both lefties and righties.
Sure. Ryal with a 291 average coming in the game. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Another high pop fly. This one out into deep center field. Santrell Smith running for it. And it's over. And that one is a home run for Rusty Ryal over the center field wall.
Just barely escaped the park.
That's about 405 feet away out there. And a run scored in for the, we're all depressed. The run scored in for the Osprey here. Now the Osprey lead 2-1. Home run from Rusty Ryal. That's his 3rd on the season.
Well, they gave him a fastball and not enough of a playful where it was at in the zone. So that one was pretty close to the heart of the plate.
Man.
Over the middle, first pitch swinging. And that's just, that ball says, I don't want to play anymore. I'm going home, guys.
I'm out of here. All right, now batting for the Osprey is Osvaldo Diaz. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Outside curveball, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. 1 out now for the Osprey. They lead 2-1 here in the top of the 3rd. And Diaz, Osvaldo Diaz, a left fielder, up at the bat. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Another curveball outside, ball 2.
Moose has got to be able to put that curveball in a strike.
Yeah.
For a strike, I guess.
Right. 2-0 is the count now. Osvaldo Diaz comes from Havana, Cuba. Acquired as a free agent this year. Here's his 2-0 pitch. This one catches the outside corner. Fastball, strike 1, 93 miles an hour.
Diaz struck out his first at bat.
Yep.
Fell behind 0-2 pretty early in that one.
2-1 is the count now. Here comes the next pitch to Osvaldo Diaz and lets it fly. This one, line drive out in the center field there. Into left field. Bounces off the wall into the dirt. And Osvaldo Diaz rounding first, heading to second. Here comes the throw into second. Relays it to shortstop Heinle Stacia. And looks like Osvaldo Diaz safe at second base.
We got lucky that ball stayed in the park.
Yeah.
It was just line drive, hit the top of the fence and came back in. But I don't know what's going on out there. These balls that Moose is just leaving up in the strike zone.
So that's
to drive.
It's a double for Will Crouch, now with 6 on the season. Still 1 out for the Osprey here in the top of the 3rd.
That was Diaz with the double.
I'm sorry,
Will
Diaz.
Crouch coming up to the plate now. The designated hitter.
The Osprey leading 2-1, and now coming at the bat, Will Crouch. Runner on second, 1 out. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Crouch. Low and outside, breaking into the dirt there, curveball, ball 1. Breaking into the dirt there.
Breaking. Well, again, these breaking balls need to be thrown for strikes. Moose has a better chance to strike out these batters or get ahead of his batters if he can throw the curveballs for strikes and hit the location.
All right, runner on second there. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Crouch. Gets away from the... What just happened there? He got away from Dini a bit, but he scooped it up on that strike one, fastball outside corner. And Dini, the catcher for the Owls, scooped it up, made the throw to second base.
Well, Osvaldo Diaz was leading off a bit too much from second base, taking an even bigger lead after the pitch is thrown. So Dini thought he would have a chance to throw him out as he was trying to return to the bag.
Yeah, but Osvaldo Diaz still safe out there on second. 1-1 is the count now, still one out. Here's the pitch to Crouch, lets it go. Outside fastball, ball 2. 2-1 is the count, one out, runner on second. Crouch at the plate right now for the Osprey. Score still 2-1 here in the top of the third in favor of the Osprey. Well, Osprey.
I can't believe it. Home run.
Yeah,
Home run.
It's knocking me out.
They don't have the regular double play option here. They're going to need to go for a strikeout or a ground out.
It's a 2-1 pitch, high fastball, outside corner, strike 2. Nice pitch.
There we go.
2-2.
Exactly. 2-2 the count. The Osprey now have 4 hits on the night.
Man,
that's surprising. The Owls have 1 hit.
Interesting.
But 2 of those hits came this inning. The tables have turned. Dr. Jones.
2-2 count. Runner on second. Here's the pitch to Crouch. Who's checking the runner on second? Here it comes. And grounder foul down the third base line there. Still strike 2.
The check swing foul. Didn't want to go.
Just catching the handle. 2-2 count still. 1 out. Runner on second out there. Crouch at the plate right now for the Osprey. Osprey leading 2-1 here in the top of the third. Crouch last played with the University of Texas. Came in the game batting .348, like we said last time, leading the
Osprey
team here.
In fact, he's got to be hands down the most dangerous batter in the Osprey lineup. The only batter hitting over 300 in the lineup. Wow, but pretty well over 300.
Yeah.
Had a couple home runs, 9 RBIs on the season. Got some speed.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one gets him on the outside corner. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike 3. And Will Crouch strikes out swinging.
That's exactly what they needed to do.
2 outs now for the Osprey. They still have a runner on second. The Osprey leading 2-1 here in the top of the third. And now batting for the Osprey, Brian Byrne, the first baseman from Danville, California.
Brian Byrne, another left-handed batter. Coming up, he popped up to left his first at bat. So now with 2 away, Moose can get out of this inning relatively unharmed.
There's the 0-0 pitch, fastball, and he fouls that one towards the Owls dugout. Strike 1.
Sure hope everybody's okay in the stands there.
That was fast.
I got over the top of the dugout.
0-1 is the count. 2 outs. Byrne at the plate right now for the Osprey. He's got a runner on second out there. Byrne from last play with St. Mary's School in California, acquired in the 12th round this year for the Osprey. Here's his 0-1 pitch, and grounds that one down the first base line there. Trumbo scoops it up and makes the tag on the base without even looking. Not even looking at the runner at all. Like, I got this one. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the third. The Osprey leading 2-1 now. Come on back for the bottom of the third after this.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew, and it's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the bottom of the third inning. The Osprey leading 2-1. And the Osprey have taken the field. Still pitching out there for those guys. Anthony Cups, right-handed pitcher.
Osprey picks up a run there in the top of the third.
Yep.
Moose gave up a home run. Then they left a runner stranded on second base.
Curses.
Got to make that now. A little news around the league while we're waiting for the batter to come to the plate. We've got partial scores so far. Casper Rockies playing the Great Falls White Sox, and that one's still a 0-0 game in the second. Helena Brewers trail Ogden Raptors 0-1 in the second. Idaho Falls, the Chuckers up 1-0 against the Billings Mustangs in the first inning. We'll have more scores as those games progress.
Okay, batting this inning for the Owls, Stacia, Kuhn, and Trumbo. Here comes Stacia at the plate. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. High fastball inside, ball 1 for Stacia. 1-0 is the count. No outs, no runners on base yet. We're in the bottom of the third. The Osprey leading 2-1. Stacia's at the plate now for the Owls.
Cubs doesn't want to make the same mistake Moose was making by making big fastballs for first strikes.
1-0 pitch, another fastball inside, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Stacia.
Stacia batting from the left side of the plate. We have 3 left-handed batters. First, second, fifth batter in the lineup.
This is 1-0. His 2-0 pitch is just catching the edge of the corner on the outside for a strike number 1 on that fastball.
That looked pretty low to me, but I guess it was maybe Stacia's kind of low. I don't know.
There's a 2-1 pitch. Stacia gets a hold of it, grounder to the first baseman, and it pops out of the first baseman's glove. So the second baseman goes for it and flips on the wet grass and can't get a hold of the ball. So Stacia's at first.
Yeah, that's got to be another error. So Stacia's reached
twice on an error.
No, his first one was a single.
Oh, that's
the second
right,
one was an error. But,
interesting.
It's funny how many errors seem to happen with Stacia. That he hits into errors, and people make mistakes, and he reaches base a lot that way.
All right, now a runner on second. No outs yet. Bottom of the third. Osprey leading 2-1, and now batting for the Owls. Number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder, Willowick, Ohio. And here comes Kuhn's 0-0 pitch. Instead, the pitcher throws over to first there, mad that Stacia's on base. And Stacia's still safe. Yeah.
Gosh. Stacia scored the only run for the Owls so far, back in the bottom of the first.
Right.
Kuhn, his last at bat, he reached on an error, had that pop fly out to left field. It should have been caught. Bounced out of the left fielder's glove. Left fielder, you know him,
that
out
guy.
left field.
Osvaldo Diaz. Okay, 0-0 count still for Kuhn. Runner on first, no outs yet. Osprey still leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Pitcher throws again to first, making sure Stacia's on base. And
they're really concerned about Stacia over there.
I don't know.
He's a fast guy. He'll probably be at least doing a hit and run, if not taking a base.
There's the 0-0 pitch. It's way inside there. Kuhn went for the bunt again, but the fastball was way too inside, ball 1. Almost popping off his bat there.
I thought I saw the umpire trying to make a sign like that it had fouled off his bat for some reason, and he does, and they call it strike 1. So.
Oh, geez. Just catching the knob on the bottom of Kuhn's bat there.
Oh, an interesting strategy. Throw at the bat. It will be a total ball, but if you can hit the bat.
There's the 0-1 pitch, and Kuhn does one of his patented bunt down the third base line, but the pitcher scoops it up and makes the throw to first and gets the out at first base. Advancing Stacia to second.
That's right. So sacrifice bunt there. Half the time, Kuhn reaches on those sac bunts.
True.
But this time, not lucky.
Not lucky. All right. 1 out now for the Owls here. Stacia on second base. Osprey still leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. And now batting for the Orem Owls, number 24, Mark Trumbo, the first baseman from Anaheim, California.
Trumbo driving in the only run so far tonight.
Right. His sac.
That sacrifice fly out to center. Scored Stacia.
They should make a soda called Sac Pop.
Sac Pop?
Yeah.
What kind of soda would that be?
There's the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. High fastball, outside corner, strike 1. It would be a delicious soda.
Okay.
And I believe
should we go with the vegetable flavors? I mean, I think
you mean like
we've exploited a lot of the fruit soda markets.
Well, that's why, because they're delicious. Vegetables are
come on,
not delicious. Trumbo at the plate.
Are you going to tell me that
I'll give you yams and sweet potatoes.
There we go. Exactly. Okay, so sweet potato soda, sack soda.
Sweet potato soda. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Trumbo. Runner on second, 1 out. That one's inside, breaking into the dirt there on a fastball, ball 1. That one going in and down. 1-1 count, 1 out. Runner on second. Trumbo at the plate right now for the Owls. He comes from Villa Park High School. Last played with them in 2003. Acquired last year for the Owls, playing with the Provo Angels. Trumbo up there in the Pioneer League standings with 37 hits, 16 extra base hits.
Leads his team in hits.
Yeah.
With 37. Behind him is Stacia with 36 and Dallas Morris with 35.
Wow.
So got a lot of guys showing the good stick lately.
1-1 count still, 1 out, runner on second. Osprey still leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. Pitcher taking his merry time in between there.
That's interesting. I seldom see pitchers take that much time between.
Yeah.
There's a dinky dribbler to third base.
And makes the throw across the diamond and gets Trumbo out at first. But Stacia advances to third. So 2 outs now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the third. Osprey still leading 2-1. And now coming to bat here for the Owlz, number 30, Dallas Morris, the third baseman. He's stepping up to the plate here with 2 outs and a runner on third.
And they need a single here. It's good to get Stacia over to third, but they're going to need to be able to score him. There haven't been any wild pitches or anything even close to wild pitches so far from Cubs, but that could do it if he gets nervous with Stacia over there.
Right.
You know, I know I'm nervous with runners on third all the time.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. Inside corner fastball. Strike one for Morris. Watching it go by. 0-1 count now for Morris. He goes to the University of Louisiana, Lafayette, studying business management. That's Morris. He has a relative.
School?
I don't see his age. I should know that. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Morris and fouls that one down into the plate there. Strike two. Another fastball. 0-2 is the count now. 2 outs. Runner on third. Morris at the plate right now.
Fastball kind of jammed him inside.
He might be out of college.
You know, some of these guys just opt to not go to college anymore after a lot of them would have their baseball scholarships, but having signed professionally or stuff
already,
they don't go to college anymore or play at college.
The 0-2 pitch, another one fouled down. Still strike two. 0-2 count. 2 out. Runner on third. Morris at the plate right now here in the bottom of the third. And Osprey still leading 2-1.
Cubs has been throwing his fastball the last 3 pitches here for Morris. Something off speed, perhaps in the wings.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. High pop fly. This one into shallow center right.
That'll drop.
It drops almost by the warning track back there between center fielder Santiago and right fielder Roman. Here comes the throw into second, and Dallas Morris with a double.
A stand-up double, and his 27th RBI on the season.
Wow.
And Stacia's second run scored tonight.
That is Morris's 12th double on the season as well. So now it's only 2 outs, and looks like he drove in. You already say that?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Stacia came and scored.
Good. So now the score is tied again, 2-2 here in the bottom of the third. Now with the runner on second base and 2 outs, Colby Overstreet steps up to the plate.
Colby Overstreet, a very good hitter for us up there to have. He walked his first at bat.
His 0-0 pitch is a curveball outside, but he swings for it, swing and a miss, strike one.
I was hoping Overstreet would get up. I like how the lineup is for the Owls with a couple left-handers to start it off.
Yeah.
Then good power hitters who are going to hit anyways, regardless of how well Cubs does against right-handed.
There's the 0-1 pitch, pass ball getting under the catcher's legs, and Morris advances to third base there. Overstreet telling him to go.
And now an even better chance.
Beautiful.
A single would score him. And last time they faced each other, Overstreet hit 2 singles and walked once against Cubs. He walked his last at bat, so far he's been pretty good against Cubs.
Yeah,
hasn't been able to get Overstreet out.
1-1 count still for Overstreet. 2 outs, runner on third now. Here comes the pitch to Overstreet. Outside curveball, ball 2. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Overstreet at the plate right now. Osprey and Owlz still tied 2-2 here in the bottom of the third.
Kind of like a little poker match here.
Yeah.
You know, keep the Osprey raise us, we check.
There's a 2-1 pitch, high fastball, and strike 2. Overstreet trying to swing for that one, trying to get up. And 2-2 count now.
They'd like to give Mosebach a lead here going into the 4th inning. Be a nice little present for him.
Sure.
Mosebach, we like you. We want you to win this game.
There's a 2-1 pitch, and Overstreet swings late on that one and fouls it down the third baseline. Still strike 2. Fastball inside.
I'm not sure if that would have been a strike or not. It looked a bit too inside, but here we are.
So thrown at the bat.
That's right. Trying to get out of the way.
2-2 is the count. 2 outs. Runner on third still. Overstreet at the plate right now. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Overstreet. And looks like it's going foul over the left field wall. High pop fly. Yep, bounces into the berm there.
On the wall.
On the wall.
And back.
Holy cow. Still strike 2 for Overstreet. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Moore still there on third base.
So this is a good sign. Overstreet just fighting off with all those foul balls.
Right.
Now he's going to get a hold of one of these, put it in play.
Yep. That's the goal.
Yep. Talked about it before the game with him. My goal is to hit the ball.
There's a 2-2 pitch, inside fastball, and Overstreet swings for that one, swing and a miss. And that's strike 3 and out number 3. That ends the bottom of the third inning. The score's tied, 2-2. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, Pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, capellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone. Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola. Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto. Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's. Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy.
No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. We're now in the top of the fourth inning. The score is tied 2-2 here against the Missoula Osprey. We're at the home of the Owlz Stadium. Batting this inning for the Osprey, Steve Mena, Jason Santiago, and Mike DiCarlo. So here comes Mena at the plate in his 0-0 pitch. And he fouls that one over the right field wall there for strike number one off a fastball.
Mena struck out his last time at the plate.
Yep.
And Moose has been pretty good. Last inning, he let a couple pitches stay up in the zone. One was pounded for a home run, the other one off the outfield wall. But other than that, he's pitched pretty well.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mena. Grounder to Dallas Morris at third. It bounces into his glove and out, and allowing Mena to reach.
I'm sure they're going to rule that one an error.
Yep, that's error number error number two for the Owlz. Bouncing out of Dallas Morris's glove there. He had it, but it bounced out high and behind him.
A funny chop, so he was backing up, not sure exactly the depth he had to go.
Yeah.
And I think being off balance created that situation where it bounced out of his glove.
Now batting for the Osprey, Jason Santiago, runner on first. No outs yet. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Morris moving in for the bunt. It rolls down the third base line there. Called fair. Here's the throw to second. Gets the out at second base there. That was
great play.
Nice. Steve Mena was charging second base, and Morris knew what to do, scooped it up along the third base line, made the throw to Stacia covering the second base bag, and gets the out at second base. But
Morris was so far in on the grass. Santiago was showing bunt all the way.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly where he was going with the ball. So they got the lead runner, still runner on first.
Yeah.
That would have gone foul had Morris not charged it so hard. He picked it up off the line.
Yeah.
Making the throw.
All right, one out now for the Osprey, and a runner on first base. Mike DiCarlo now batting for the Osprey. Score is still tied 2-2 here in the top of the fourth. DiCarlo had that double his last at bat, bouncing off the wall.
He just got stuck out there on base.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to DiCarlo. Lets it fly. Outside curveball. Just catching the outside corner. Strike one. Nice pitch. This umpire very delayed in his delivery. It's hard for us to tell. We don't know his strike zone quite yet. 0-1 count now.
He
Runner
might be
on first.
deciding that for himself.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Strike two. Nice pitch.
That one definitely a strike.
Yeah. 0-2 is the count now. One out. Still a runner on first. DiCarlo at the bat right now for the Osprey.
Double play here would end the inning.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be nice.
DiCarlo last played for the College of William and Mary. Acquired as a free agent this year. And here comes DiCarlo's 0-2 pitch. Outside, curveball, ball one.
We've seen Moose throw that pitch, that breaking ball outside, and it's breaking way too far off the plate for the swingers to swing at. So he needs that to be inside a little bit more in order to have it be tempting.
There's the 1-2 pitch to DiCarlo. Runner on first over there. Here comes the pitch. Grounder down the shortstop. Heinley Stacia makes the throw to second. Boyer coming to bag, covering the bag there, but runner safe at second base. And a single for Mike DiCarlo.
That was a diving stop by Stacia, but just not in time. And DiCarlo, I'm sorry, not DiCarlo, that was Santiago, pretty fast guy, got over there.
All right, still one out for the Osprey. Now a runner on first and second. The score is still tied here 2-2 in the top of the fourth. And now batting for the Osprey, bottom of the lineup, Pedro Ciriaco, the shortstop.
Ciriaco grounded out to shortstop his last at bat. Another one of those would be good because that'd be a nice double play ball.
Another one of the things where a shortstop tries the other shortstop. Remember we were...
Oh, that's right, yeah. Testing his range.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Ciriaco. Fastball, outside corner, low. Strike one. That one just catching the outside. 0-1 is the count now. Ciriaco at the plate. 1 out. Runners on first and second.
Wonder if they send notes over to each other. Hey, not bad. You know, I would have done this if it were if you hit it to me the same way, but...
There's the 0-1 pitch. Another curveball, this time way outside, ball 1. Again,
got to be careful with that curveball. It gets... not only is it not close enough to the plate to tempt the batters, but it's on the verge of being a pass ball wild pitch, which would advance the runners.
Dini, the catcher for the Owls, having to reach for those. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ciriaco. High pop fly on the right field, going deep. Back on the warning track is Coles, and that one is over the fence, over in right field, 312 feet away, and a home run for Pedro Ciriaco, bringing in 3 runners.
And now Tom Kochman's going to go out to the mound. Well, he's got to wait for the runners to score. They're just trotting around the bases now.
Man.
He's got to talk to Moose. And I'm not sure what he's saying. I think he's talking to the umpires right now, too.
Maybe talking about their zone. I don't know, and it could be. Well, that's the score is now 5-2 in favor of the Osprey. 3 RBIs for Pedro Ciriaco, now with 9 on the season. And we still have only 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning.
And you're not going to see that often. That is the first home run of the year for Pedro Ciriaco, who just hit the home run.
That's right.
And only his, I don't even have RBIs on my sheet for him. I think he's got 3 on the year, 6 now with that 3-run shot.
He has 6, and now he has 9.
Now 9.
Yeah.
And he was batting 188 coming into the game.
That's weird.
Quite out of the ordinary.
Now batting for the Osprey at the top of the lineup, Ed Roman. His first pitch is a fastball, inside corner, strike 1, swing and a miss. So 0-1 is the count, 2 outs for the Osprey, no more runners on base. Oh, looks like they didn't count that 1 run.
How?
I don't know.
And there's 2 outs.
Well, there's the 1-0 pitch, another fastball, this time way too inside, ball 1.
I'm not sure how that happened. Somebody's out somewhere.
Well, we're looking at the scoreboard. It says 2 outs, and the score is only 4-2 in favor of the Osprey. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Roman. Another
We'll see
inside
if we
curveball,
can get that information.
Strike 2, sorry, just catching the corner. Wow, we're really, it's all crazy in here. We'll figure out what's going on. 1-2 pitch, 1-2 count now for Roman. 2 outs, apparently. Osprey leading 4-2 here in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And fouls that one towards the Owls dugout for still strike number 2. So Roman's at the plate for the Osprey, top of the lineup, 1-2 count. He comes from Carolina, Puerto Rico, singled his first at bat, and then grounded out next at bat.
Okay. Well, we've got one of our guys trying to figure out what happened. He's going to go talk to the scorekeeper.
There's a 1-2 pitch, high pop fly in left field, foul territory. Dallas Morse gets underneath it and makes a snag out there in left field, foul territory. That's out number 3. That ends the top of the 4th inning. The Osprey now leading 4-2 over the Owls. Come on back.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoli. It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. A confusing inning last time. Chris will explain it very soon. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The score is now 4-2 in favor of the Osprey.
And Anthony Cupp's still pitching for the Osprey now. But what happened on the home run with the 3-run shot, runner on first at the time was Mike DiCarlo, the catcher. And Pedro Ciriaco, who hit the home run, passed him on the base pass. I'm not sure if he actually touched home plate before him, but you can't pass him at all on the base pass. So he just erased a run.
Interesting.
So we can erase one of his RBIs.
Cool. Now Ciriaco only with 8 RBIs on the season.
That's right. So, that must be what Tom Coxman came out to say.
Yeah.
He just ran around the base path like that and got out in front. That's got to be one of the toughest mental errors.
Oh.
Now, you watch. If the Owls if they come up and win by a run tonight, there's going to be a bad conversation on the bus. Hector De La Cruz, why did you run around him? Why?
That is so... I've never seen that in my entire life or heard of that. Okay, bottom of the 4th. Osprey leading 4-2. Up to bat right now for the Owls. Josh Coles. Here comes his first pitch. And it's a fastball on the outside corner, but and he swings for it. It's a passed ball. Strike 1. That was very confusing. 0-1 count now for Coles. Coles grounded out the first, his first at bat. Here's his 0-1 pitch. This time he grounds towards the towards the Owls dugout for strike 2.
The foul dugout?
The foul dugout. The foul pole.
And so he's Coles down 0-2 quickly in the count.
Yep.
I haven't registered that other strike. But
comes his pitch, high fastball outside, ball 1. 1-2 is the count now. No outs yet. No runners on base. Your Owls up at bat right now. Osprey leading 4-2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another one grounded down the foul line there. Strike 2 still.
Coles reaching hard for that one. Coles coming into the night batting .224. He's got 3 home runs on the season and 6 RBIs. Homered a couple nights ago in Helena.
Yeah.
I think that was on Friday, the first game of the series. First inning, he just put one over the wall.
There's the 1-2 pitch, and Coles gets a hold of it high, pop fly into shallow center field, and center fielder Santiago makes the catch out there, getting out number 1. So that's 1 out now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 4th. Osprey still leading 4-2, and now batting for your Orem Owls, number 38, Greg Deeney, the catcher from Longwood, Florida.
Well, Anthony Cups is having a much better outing this time with the Owls. Only giving up the 2 runs so far.
Yep.
Much better than what he had done before. Greg Deeney steps to the plate now. He had grounded out to third his first at bat. Not a whole lot of at bats on the season, but they're getting ready to go now.
There was a bat left in the dirt. That's why they took so long.
You got to pick up your stuff. Pick up after yourselves, kids. That's the lesson tonight. Clean up after yourselves. You put it out, you put it away.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Deeney. It's a fastball on the outside corner. He swings and misses. Strike number 1. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the next pitch. This time a fastball inside, catching the corner. Strike 2. That was really inside.
Wow. So down early, 0-2 in the count, and Cup's doing a great job getting ahead of his batters this inning.
Yeah. Comes the 0-2 pitch to Deeney. Oh, man.
Wait.
Another one on the corner. Fastball on the outside, and strike number 3. So Deeney strikes out looking, getting 2 outs now for the Owls. No runners on base yet. Score still 4-2 in favor of the Osprey here in the bottom of the 4th. And now batting for your Orem Owls, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman.
Boyer had grounded out to shortstop his first at bat. Now the Owls want to get stay close at least, if not get a lead before they get into the Osprey bullpen, because the Osprey bullpen gives up a lot of runs traditionally this year. That's their tradition.
The 0-0 pitch is a curveball outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 count now to Boyer. Here comes his pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball inside, strike 2. Hard swing on that one. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Boyer at bat right now for the Owls. No runners on base yet.
Same thing with all the batters this inning. 0-2, ahead early.
There's the 0-2 pitch, high curveball outside, ball 1 for Boyer. Nice holding off on that one. 1-2 count now.
Well, what he's got to do is show some patience, a little bit of plate discipline.
Here comes Boyer's 1-2 pitch, inside fastball, ball 2.
And he did a great job to stay off of that. That's pretty much the same placement, other side of the plate, that kind of corner. They got Deeney.
The 2-2 pitch to Boyer, gets a hold of it, grounder down the second baseline, just getting past Ryal into center field, and Boyer on base now, the single.
So come on, here we got the 2-out rally.
Cool,
it's happened before, and Stantrell Smith coming to the plate now. He's not a bad guy to keep that rally going.
So 2 outs now for the Owls here in the bottom of the 4th. Osprey still leading 4-2. Boyer on first base out there, now batting Stantrell Smith, the center fielder.
After last night, Smith is hitting .301 on the season.
Wow.
Coming into tonight, and so he climbed up from about 270 over the break, or over the trip.
His 0-0 pitch is a fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1 for Smith. 0-1 count now.
They're going to work Smith outside in a way, I think, but he's got such long arms, a good extension. He's like 6'3", 6'4", tall kid. he's going to be able to reach a lot of those on the outside.
There's a 0-1 pitch, outside fastball, ball 1. Smith holding up on that one. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. Smith at the plate right now for the Owls. He last played with the Mesa Angels, acquired in 2003. And here comes Smith's 1-1 pitch, and he lets it fly. Gets a hold of it, grounder, chopper into the shortstop, Ciriaco. There's the throw to second, and gets the out at second base. That's 3 outs. That ends the bottom of the 4th inning. The Osprey still leading 4-2. Come on back.
I'm here at Utah Valley State College with new president William Cederberg. Mr. Cederberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I look at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
Insure both your car and home with us through Auto Owners Insurance, and we'll save you money. That's right. With Auto Owners multiple policy discount, when you insure both your car, home, mobile home, or condominium, we'll save you time and money by consolidating all of your insurance needs with a no-problem company. Auto Owners Insurance.
For a free comparison, contact Western States Insurance Agency in Spanish Fork on Center Street across from City Park. Western States Insurance. Our customers are first class, just like our service. Find us in the yellow pages under insurance.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone. The Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're now on the top of the 5th inning. The Osprey are leading 4-2 over your Orem Owlz. And coming up to bat this inning for the Osprey, Rusty Ryal, Osvaldo Diaz, and Will Crouch. So Rusty Ryal in the box right now. A home run, his last at bat. Gosh darn it.
That was a long inning.
Long and
long.
Oof. Okay, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Ryal. And it's an inside curveball for ball 1. Still pitching out there for the Owls, Robert Mosebach.
We have got some action in the bullpen for the Owls. Up and throwing is
that Rafael Cruz?
No. We may see Cruz tonight, but that's not him.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Ryal. High pop fly into center field. And that one bounces off the wall, almost by the dirt there. And looks like Ryal rounding second, coming into third. Here comes the throw to third. Morris makes the snag, but drops it just in the last second. And triple for Rusty Ryal off the back wall.
So here the Osprey have another chance. A runner on third base to start the inning. No outs.
Man, that is Ryal's second triple on the season, and no outs. And now batting for the Osprey, number 17, Osvaldo Diaz, the left fielder from Havana, Cuba. Comes up to bat here, no outs, and a runner on third now. Osprey still leading 4-2 here in the top of the 5th.
Greg Deeney out talking with Mosebach. This is such a tough situation. Mosebach just struggling to control and find the strike zone here. Moose has been very good before this outing, and it hasn't been terrible this outing. No. Just a couple pitches. Now, that's the difference. Just a couple pitches left up.
There's the 0-0 pitch, a grounder. Heinle Seisha dives for it, makes a throw across the diamond from the ground, and, wow, gets the out at first base there to Trumbo. Nice work by Seisha, quick.
That was a tough out because all the infield is on the grass, and so what would have been a regular routine play for him, he had to dive for it and come up.
Okay, 1 out now for the Osprey. We're in the top of the 5th. The Osprey leading 4-2. They still have a runner on third. And now batting for the Osprey, Will Crouch, the designated hitter.
Again, the most dangerous batter in this lineup. He struck out his last at bat. Don't expect that to happen too often, though.
Nope.
But it'd be nice for if he'd just go ahead and do that again.
Yeah, why don't you just take care of that for us?
Why don't you just keep swinging at the bad ones, if you don't mind.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Crouch. An inside curveball for ball 1. 1-0 count, 1 out. Osprey up at bat right now. Crouch at the plate for the Osprey. He's got a runner on third out there. Crouch last played with the University of Texas. He had a double his first at bat, and then a strikeout. Here comes Crouch's 1-0 pitch. Outside, pass ball, runner goes to home. Beanie's grabbing it off the backstop, and no good. A run scored in on that pass ball. Osprey now leading 5-2 over the Owlz here in the top of the 5th inning. And
that is not the way you want to get beat. You just beat yourself. Pass ball allowed the runner to come from third. He's been throwing his breaking balls because his fastballs for strikes have been left too far up in the zone. So now he goes to his breaking balls, and they're breaking too far away or too far down.
That was ball 2 for Crouch. Here comes his 2-0 pitch. Grounder to Stacia at shortstop. Makes the throw across the diamond to Trumbo again and gets out number 2. So 2 outs now for the Osprey here in the top of the 5th. They now lead 5-2. And now batting for the Osprey, number 26, Brian Byrne, the first baseman. No runners on base.
Byrne has popped up and grounded out. That is Sullivan who's warming up for the Owlz out in the bullpen. Anthony Sullivan. We may see him sooner than later. Wouldn't be surprised if this is the last inning for Mosebach.
Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Byrne for the Osprey. Just catches the outside corner on a fastball, strike 1. Byrne watching it go by. 0-1 count now, 2 outs, no runners on base. Byrne at the plate for the Osprey. He comes from Danville, California. Here comes his 0-1 pitch. Another one outside, this time a little too outside curveball, ball 1.
And continues to miss with that curveball. At least they're not getting themselves for pass balls, but he keeps working them low and away. And
there's the 1-1 pitch. Checks his swing. Inside fastball, ball 2. 92 miles an hour. 2-1 is the count now. 2 outs. Byrne still at the plate here for the Osprey. No runners on base. And here comes the 2-1 pitch to Byrne. And fouls that one off over the left field wall for strike number 2.
When you're down, you've given up 5 runs. It's just hard to be out there. 2 of them home runs. Right. That long triple off the wall, a long double off the wall, really those were very close to being home runs also. So you're very self-conscious of the pitches you're throwing now.
There's a 2-2 pitch, curveball on the outside corner, strike 3, and Brian Byrne strikes out looking. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 5th. Osprey leading 5-2. Come on back.
With energy costs soaring higher than an Owlz homer, it's important that your cooling system is working at peak performance. So call Triple T Heating and Cooling. We feature service and repairs of all makes and models of heating and cooling systems. And come winter, we can set you up with a warm, energy-efficient gas fireplace. Serving all of Utah County, visit our showroom 1550 North Main in Spanish Fork or log on to TripleTHeating.com. Triple T Heating and Cooling. Comfort from our family to yours for over 30 years.
Hello, you've reached the Satellite Emergency Service. We've located your position. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spilled my Diet Pepsi. The whole thing spilled out onto the side of the road. It's empty, and I'm still thirsty.
Okay, Miss Harvey, was the Diet Pepsi full or half empty?
I still had at least 3/4 of it left.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or biking?
Biking.
How familiar are you with the area?
Not very.
You're facing southbound?
Yes.
All right, go 1.3 miles. You'll see a dog chasing a mailman. Take a right. There'll be a gas station with a mini-mart on the left-hand side. You'll be able to purchase another Diet Pepsi there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I don't have my wallet on me.
Double check your left pocket. There's some lint and $1 and change.
The Diet Pepsi Satellite Emergency Service provides you with the safety and security no other soft drink can. Subscribe today and enjoy Diet Pepsi wherever you go. Light, crisp, refreshing. Diet Pepsi.
1400 K-Star.
That was the greatest song I've ever heard in my life.
One time I heard one better. Just once, but, I do have a little bit more experience than you with those things.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Osprey are leading 5-2 over the Owlz, and batting now for the Owlz, Heinley Stacia. His first pitch catches the outside corner fastball for strike 1. 0-1 is the count now. Here comes Stacia's second pitch, and he fouls that one off the left field wall. Strike 2 for Stacia.
The difference between the pitchers tonight, Cubs being able to keep his fastballs down and still get him in for strikes, whereas Moose has left a couple up in the zone. They've got away from him.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Stacia. Another one fouled into the net. Still strike 2. 0-2 is the count. No outs, no runners on base. Stacia at the plate right now for the Owlz. The Osprey leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Owlz really want to get some of these runs back. 3-run lead. Oh, there's a high fastball swing and a miss.
Okay, so Stacia strikes out swinging on that high fastball. And now 1 out for the Owls here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Osprey still leading 5-2. And now batting for the Owls, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder.
Anthony Cups just looks like he's in a rhythm out there. He's doing just fine, unfortunately.
Yeah.
3-run deficit is not impossible to overcome, but as it gets later and later in the game, it gets more frustrating.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. Low outside curveball for ball 1. 1-0 is the count now. 1 out. Kuhn at the plate right now for the Owls. Got that sack bunt his last at bat. Here's his 1-0 pitch. High pop fly out in the deep center field. Looks like it's going back onto the dirt back there. And bounces on the dirt. Here comes Kuhn around first, rounding to second, and the throw in.
He's on his way to third.
Going to third. Here comes the throw in, and they decide not to. Kuhn slides into third base with a triple.
And Brad Kuhn with his first extra base hit of the season.
Wow. First triple. And to start off with a triple is not bad.
No. And that's going to happen a couple times. A lot of doubles for a regular guy turn to be triples for a guy with the speed of Brad Kuhn.
Yeah.
And Mark Trumbo coming up to the plate now, another RBI opportunity with only 1 out. Lots of ways to score Kuhn from third.
Yeah. All right, the Osprey still leading 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Kuhn at the plate Trumbo at the plate right now with 1 out. Here's his pitch. Fouls that one down the third base line there, strike 1. Still got a runner on third. Trumbo at the plate, 0-1 count against him.
That would have been nice to be fair. That one,
oh man,
just a few feet off the line.
It's the right amount of speed.
Oh yeah, well hit.
0-1 count now, 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Trumbo. Pitcher checking his runner at third, lets it fly. There it is, grounder down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up though and makes the throw to first, choosing first base. But Bradley Kuhn comes in for the run scored. And another RBI for Mark Trumbo, bringing his total to 15 for the season. And a run scored in for Bradley Kuhn, bringing the total to 5-3 in favor of the Osprey. That doesn't make sense
5-3. Right, that Owls still trail by 2 runs.
The score is now 5-3 in favor of the Osprey, thanks to Trumbo and Kuhn. And we're in the bottom of the 5th. Now batting for the Owls, no runners on base anymore. Dallas Morris, third baseman. Here's his first pitch. Curveball outside corner, strike 1.
Morris doubled his last at bat, long double. Now, before Morris, Trumbo, the last batter, has not reached base tonight, but he's driven in 2 of the 3 runs.
Right. This is an 0-1 pitch to Morris. It's an outside fastball for ball 1. It's a 1-1 count now, 2 outs, no runners on base. Morris at the plate right now for the Owls. Osprey leading 5-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High, pop fly, real high, still in the air, going into short center field. Shallow center field, I'm sorry. And looks like center fielder Santiago makes that one in shallow center field. That's out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 5th inning. The Osprey leading 5-3. Come on back.
The United States Air Force salutes the athletes competing in today's game. They know in sports, like in life, you have to step up to the challenge to succeed. If you have high aspirations and want to be part of another champion team, join the United States Air Force. You'll receive training in a variety of fields and become part of an elite group of men and women dedicated to the service of this great country. Call 1-800-423-USAF or log on to airforce.com. The United States Air Force. Cross into the blue.
This is the true story of flying wolverines. Once there was a smart doctor named Dr. Smart. One day at Utah Valley State College, Dr. Smart met some wolverines who wanted to learn to fly, but they had no wings. Dr. Smart said, "I can give you wings," and he started a professional flight school for the wolverines. He saw how the industry was growing, so he made room for more wolverines in his school. Soon he had a full staff of instructors and a fleet of aircraft to help teach hundreds of wolverines in Utah Valley. There were hundreds of other wolverines, though, living all over the country who wanted to learn to fly at such a great school. Dr. Smart told them, "Wings for you, too." Then he did something very unique. He made aviation courses available online. Suddenly, wolverines living far away could train at flight schools right in their own backyards and earn their bachelor's degrees from UVSC. Today, thanks to Dr. Smart and UVSC's Global Aviation Program, there are flying wolverines all over the world. You can learn about them at uvscaviation.com.
This message sponsored by the Salt Lake Radio Broadcasters Association.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The Owls scoring another run that last inning. Score is now 5-3 in favor of the Osprey. And it looks like a good change.
Slide whistle.
Yeah.
In the middle of the song.
All right, now pitching for your Orem Owls, number 6, Anthony Sullivan. Anthony Sullivan from Charleston, West Virginia, acquired in the 2003 draft. Sullivan comes in the game with a record of 1-2, 6.59 ERA, 13 2/3 innings pitched so far, and 12 strikeouts. That's Anthony Sullivan.
And Anthony Sullivan has come out against the Osprey, was successful against the Osprey before he left,
right?
With another reliever coming in after him. To look back in my notes to see how successful.
Okay. So it's top of the sixth. Osprey leading 5-3. Now batting for the Osprey, Steve Mena. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Fouls that one over the net there. Strike number one.
Steve
fastball
Mena
from Sullivan.
Struck out and reached on an error. Has not scored any of the runs or been that effective. Not part of the hullabaloo happening out on the field.
There's the 0-1 pitch, inside fastball that time, 93 miles an hour, ball one. 1-1 is the count, no outs yet. Osprey up at bat here in the top of the sixth. Mena's at the plate right now for the Osprey. He's from Miami, Florida. He last played with the Yakima Bears. Here's his 1-1 pitch, and bloops that one out in the shallow center field in front of Stantrell Smith and gets the single.
And we've got Sullivan has pretty good stuff. His fastball reaches into the low 90s, 93, 94, low to mid 90s. He works the curveball in there. But he, like many of the pitchers on the Owlz staff or in this league period, just have to figure out how to use those pitches and the weapons they have effectively.
Now batting for the Osprey, Jason Santiago. Here's his 0-0 pitch, fastball, outside fastball. And looks like runners going to second. And that is Steve Mena there, taking second base on that pass ball and ball one for Santiago.
And that takes away the double play ball. So the infield moving back to regular depth. They'll have to just look the runner back at second if anything comes to the infield.
So 1-0 is the count now for Santiago. No outs yet. Runner on second. Here comes Santiago's 1-0 pitch. Goes for the bunt and gets it down the first base line. Trumbo scoops it up, tosses it to Sullivan, who tries to cover the bag. Can't get there in time and gets Santiago safe at first.
Well, Sullivan had to race him to get there.
Right.
Boyer couldn't get there fast enough either. Santiago, a very fast runner, and this foot race with Sullivan beat him out.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a chance.
So Mena for the Osprey advances to third, and now Santiago on first. And no outs yet. Runners on first and third. Top of the sixth inning here. Osprey still leading 5-3. And now batting for the Osprey, Mike DiCarlo, the catcher.
Owlz in trouble again here. No outs. Runners on the corners. They're already trailing by 2, 5-3 here in the top of the sixth. They don't want to allow any more runs to get on the board.
There's the 0-0 pitch to DiCarlo. Fastball right over the plate. Watches it go by for strike one. 0-1 count now. No outs. Runners on first and third. DiCarlo at the plate right now for the Osprey.
He's doubled and singled. An infield single the last at bat. He was the one that got passed up on the home run, so his run didn't count.
Oh, boy. DiCarlo taking a little moment there. DiCarlo comes from Glen Miles, Pennsylvania, and he is acquired as a free agent this year, batting .217 coming into the game. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to DiCarlo. Inside curveball, ball one. Watching it go by. 1-1 is the count. Runners on first and third. DiCarlo at the plate right now for the Osprey.
Again, if Sullivan can get these curveballs to fall for strikes when he wants them to, that's the key here. If he's got a curveball but he can't get it in the zone, it just becomes useless. And all he's throwing is the fastball, and the batters are getting all over it.
Right, they'll get used to it. And Sullivan thrown over there to first base, but runner's still safe. So 1-1 is the count now for DiCarlo for the Osprey. Runners on first and third. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to DiCarlo. Lets it fly. High pop fly on the right field. Going back on the dirt is Coles. And looks like that one is over the fence. And another home run for the Osprey and a home run for Mike DiCarlo. That's his first on the season as well. And DiCarlo brings in 3 runners on that home run over right field wall, about 312 feet away.
They're going to make sure they don't pass each other on the base path this time. But now an 8-3 lead, the Osprey.
So DiCarlo clears the bases on that, and the score is now 8-3 in the top of the sixth. And now batting for the Osprey, Pedro Ciriaco, the shortstop. Good gracious.
Who homered his last at bat over that same right field wall. These are homers the opposite way.
Yeah.
These aren't pulled balls, hard hit balls. They're just popped up and keep going.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Ciriaco. He fouls over the net. So strike one. 0-1 count now. No outs yet. No runners on base. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ciriaco. High pop fly out in the right field. Right fielder Coles gets underneath that one and makes the catch in deep right field. 1 out finally for the Osprey. here in the top of the 6th inning. Osprey still leading 8-3, and now batting for the Osprey, the top of the lineup, Ed Roman, the right fielder.
I mean, you got a 2-run, a 3-run lead that you're trying to, or you're trailing by 2 or 3 runs. You're saying to yourself, you can do this, but when it gets to 5, there's a mental thing there that's
scary.
You almost stop believing. I mean, they've got a couple more chances to chip away at that, but by the time you get to the 9th inning, if they can't erase some of that run damage, it's going to be pretty tough.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Roman. Curves on the outside corner for strike number 1. Finally got in the strike there. 0-1 count now. High curveball outside, ball 1.
And he missed the zone there again. He wanted that to fall in the corner, just didn't.
1-1 is the count. 1 out. Here's the pitch to Roman. Goes to the bunt, gets it up the first base line there. Trumbo scoops it up. Can't make the tag, can't reach far enough, and Sullivan couldn't get to the bag in time as well. So Roman now safe on first.
Well, the Owlz need to figure out how to cover that bunt single, because that's the exact same bunt single that happened with Santiago.
Right.
And it was apparent very early Sullivan wasn't going to get there in time. Boyer was playing deep into the middle of the infield, so he's got a far run to get there.
Right.
And Trumbo had to try to make the tag, but Roman dodged him. Kind of went to the side and dove under.
All right, still 1 out for the Osprey. Now with a runner on first. Rusty Ryal at the plate right now for the Osprey. Osprey lead 8-3 here in the top of the 6th. Ryal at the plate from Perry, Oklahoma. Triple his last at bat. Before that, a home run.
Yeah, he's been productive
tonight. I don't even want to say that. Here's the 0 pitch to Ryal. Runner goes. Here comes the throw to second from Dini. And Stacia makes the tag at second base, getting the out there. That was Roman trying to steal second, but no good.
Good pitch out. And Dini way to his right there and had a great shot at it.
Yeah.
So had the throw way in time. I said way a lot there. And I weigh exactly 200. Anyway, so 2 outs now.
And that's ball 1 for Ryal. His next pitch is a fastball outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count now, 2 outs. Osprey still up at bat here. Ryal at the plate right now for the Osprey. Here comes his 2-0 pitch. Another one high pop fly out to center field this time, back on the dirt. And
over Santrell's head.
Smith tries to jump for that one. It bounces over his head, though. And looks like Ryal coming in for a double. So Ryal now on second base there. And he's had a home run, a triple, and a double.
Oh, he's almost got the cycle tonight. He's a single away. He's got all the hard stuff done. Santrell Smith, I think, misjudged that ball.
Yep.
Stopped a little bit short and then had to run again and jump. It just got over his glove.
So that's the 7th double for Rusty Ryal. All right, still in the top of the 6th here. Osprey leading 8-3, 2 outs, runner on second. Now batting for the Osprey as Valdo Diaz, the left fielder. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. And that one gets him curve on the outside corner. Strike 1. Watching it go by.
They ruled that last hit an error, actually, so that won't count for a genuine double. And he's still that far away from the cycle now. An error on Santrell Smith in center field.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. Cracks that one. Line drive down the first base line there, out in the right field.
Ryal's going to come and score.
And a single for Osvaldo Diaz, and Rusty Ryal comes in for another run scored. So an RBI for Rusty Ryal, now with 16 on the season, and the Osprey now ahead.
RBI for Diaz.
I'm sorry, Diaz.
And Ryal scores his 3rd run on the night.
So the Osprey now leading 9-3 over the Owlz here in the top of the 6th, and there's still a runner on first base out there with 2 outs.
There is no action in the bullpen for the Owlz, even though they've given up 4 runs here. A big home run, a long double that was actually an error. But they're going to leave Sullivan out. There's Zeke Zimmerman on the mound, talking it over between Dini and old Sullivan.
Hey, fans, have you poured concrete lately? Did you order 8 yards and use only 6? Do you have to pay for what you didn't use? For an alternative, log on to concrete.com. They deliver fresh concrete mixed right on your site from as little as 1/4 yard to 8 yards. No more calculating exactly or ordering an extra half yard to be safe. For service from Santa Quinn to Point of the Mountain, log on to gotconcrete.com. And the home run for all your garage door needs is All-Star Garage. All-Star Garage introduces its latest innovation in garage door remodeling, the virtual photo, which allows an on-site preview of your new garage door with an instant before and after photos before you make the purchase. All-Star Garage. If we can't fix it, we won't charge you. 763-1114. So it looks like we're ready to go again here. Still pitching Anthony Sullivan out there on the mound. 2 outs for the Osprey. Runner on first. Batting right now for the Osprey, Will Crouch, designated hitter.
Will Crouch has grounded out, struck out, doubled, He doubled his first at bat.
Yeah.
And bats 348 coming into tonight. That a ground ball to third.
There's a throw to second base. Boyer covers the bag there and gets the out at second. That's 3 outs. That ends the top of the 6th inning. The Osprey still leading 9-3. Come on back.
When a medical emergency occurs, the minutes it takes for help to arrive can be the most important minutes in saving a person's life. Do you know what to do in a life-threatening situation? Save a Heart of Utah provides daily private and public classes in CPR and first aid, including the new automatic external defibrillator. The classes are interactive, practical, enjoyable, and may just be the most important 2 hours you ever spend. Make sure you know what to do in an emergency. Call Save a Heart Utah at 582-7114.
Everybody wants to be recognized for their accomplishments. From Little League to the pros, Employee of the Month to Salesperson of the Year, awards are a great way of saying you're a superstar. If you have a superstar on your team or at work, contact Payson Sports and Trophy. They feature a winning selection of awards, plaques, and trophies, as well as custom engraving and quantity discounts. Find them in your Yellow Pages or stop by at 15 East 100 North in Payson. Payson Sports and Trophy, blue ribbon quality and service.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Osprey are leading the Owls 9-3.
Almost doubled their score last inning.
They had a 4-run scored in the last inning, thanks to a home run from Mike DiCarlo, bringing in 3 more. Good gracious. So, bottom of the 6th, Osprey lead 9-3. The Owls up at bat here, still pitching out there for the Osprey. Anthony Cups. And coming up this inning for the Owls, Colby Overstreet, Josh Coles, and Greg Deeney.
And the Owls have a lot of catching up work here to do.
Yeah. Okay, here comes Colby Overstreet, designated hitter. Walked his first at bat, then struck out swinging. And here comes Overstreet's 0-0 pitch. I'm about to choke on this awful
Don't do that.
score of the game. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Overstreet. Curveball outside corner, strike 1. Gets him 0-1 count now.
And Cups very easily finding his corners of the plate with his breaking balls. That's what's made him effective.
There's the 0-1 pitch, high pop fly in the foul territory there. Strike 2 for Overstreet. 0-2 count, no outs, no runners on base. Overstreet from Midland, Texas. Batting .273 coming in the game. No home runs yet on the season. 11 RBIs.
Most of his RBIs against the Osprey.
Here's his 0-2 pitch. That one way outside. Curveball. Ball 1. 1-2 count now for Overstreet.
Overstreet, did you already say this? Struck out and walked so far tonight?
Yeah.
So 1 or 2 patient plate appearances. One didn't. Oh, that one didn't go for him either. That one a fastball catching the. I'm sorry, breaking ball catching the corner of the plate. Strike 3 looking.
So Overstreet strikes out looking here, getting the first out for the Owls in the bottom of the 6th. Osprey still leading 9-3, and now batting for the Owls, number 27, Josh Coles, the right fielder. Coles comes from Nampa, Idaho, lettered in baseball, football, and basketball throughout high school and college.
Well, yeah, if you're from Nampa, I mean, well, just kidding. I'm kidding.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, inside fastball, ball 1. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Now, 1 out, no runners on base. Coles at the plate right now for the Owls. Went to, he didn't. I think he just went to high school. Didn't go to college, yeah. So
straight into the league. One of those all-around athletes.
Yep.
Jumping, throwing.
His 1-0 pitch is catch the outside corner curveball, strike 1. 1-1 count now for Coles. Here's a pitch. Fouls that one into the net there, strike 2. 1-2 count, 1 out. No runners on base yet. Coles at the plate right now for the Owls. The Osprey leading 9-3 here at the bottom of the 6th.
Cups, he's figured it out. He knows exactly what he's throwing up there tonight.
The 1-2 pitch, pass ball, drop, strike 3. And here goes Coles to first base, but the throw is to first in front of him and gets the out at first.
So 2 strikeouts to start off the bottom of the 6th inning here.
That's 2 outs now for the Owls here. Bottom of the 6th, Osprey still leading 9-3. And now batting for the Owls, number 38, Greg Deeney, the catcher.
Deeney has grounded out and struck out. Another one of those who struck out looking. The nasty pitch that got him his last at bat.
There's the 0-0 pitch to Deeney, outside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count now. It's almost a flip-flop of last night, looking at the Ospreys at-bats last night. Strikeouts and groundouts all over the place. It's turning around this time. 1-0 count now for Deeney, 2 outs. Here comes his 1-0 pitch. Outside again, fastball, ball 2. Just getting low in the strike zone. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Deeney at the plate right now. He comes from Longwood, Florida. Batting .417 coming into the game. Here's Deeney's 2-0 pitch. Fouls that one over the net there. Strike one on the fastball.
Deeney, I don't know what I'm going to say there. Deeney has been a batter showing patience at the plate as well. A lot of times the patience pays off. Some of these pitchers will beat themselves, but a lot of times it turns into a strikeout.
There's a 2-1 pitch, high pop fly in the left center, and looks like left fielder Diaz for the Osprey makes that catch and gets out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 6th inning. The Ospreys still lead 9-3. Come on back.
I'm here with Alex Nibley and Amanda Pettingill, an instructor and a student from Amber's Battle, the new movie shot at Utah Valley State College. So, Alex, what were your roles on this project?
I wrote the script for Amber's Battle, and I was one of the 2 professors that put together what came to be called the Digital Cinema Boot Camp.
You learn an immense amount, something that you can't be taught in the classroom.
During that time, we produced 2 movies and 1 television show. You know, it's real filmmaking. It's not just kids running around with video cameras.
Amanda, what is it like to be female in this industry?
You are in smaller numbers, but in a way you can use it to your advantage because women will stick out more.
What is the future for film at UVSC?
UVSC has set its sights on becoming the premier film training institution in Utah, if not the whole Intermountain West, and I think they can become one of the best in the country.
I enjoy working on these productions, and that is why UVSC is my choice.
For teaching film production, UVSC is my choice.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Payson Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Perfect song for the Birds of Play, Birdhouse in Your Soul. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The Osprey are leading the Owls 9-3 here in the top of the 7th. Very disappointing game so far. A lot of home runs from the Osprey. I think that's what's doing it. Good gracious.
3 home runs from the Osprey. And this is the team with the lowest amount of home runs in the league by far.
Oh.
And
So
they were just pounding.
Anthony Sullivan still pitching out there for the Owls, and batting this inning for the Osprey, Brian Burns, Steve Mena, and Jason Santiago again. Dangerous guys.
Burns struck out his last at bat and grounded out and popped up. Got some partial scores around the league. We'll get to those in a second.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, grounded on the second baseline, pops up, and that's
Marco Albano is in the game for the Owls now.
Right. I think it's actually Albano.
Albano?
He corrected me, yes.
Marco
Albano. And he makes the scoop off the ground, and shortstop, in place of Heinley Station, makes the throw to Trumbo at first and gets the out at first. So 1 out now for the Osprey here on the top of the 7th. Osprey still leading 9-3, and now batting Steve Mena.
And Steve Mena has struck out, reached on an error, and also singled his last at bat.
Here's his 0-0 pitch, and fouls that one down the third baseline there for strike 1. 0-1 is the count now. No runners on base, 1 out. The Osprey up at bat right now. Steve Mena at the plate.
I don't think we're going to see any more of Anthony Cups tonight. Anthony Cups.
Okay.
We've got a pitcher up in the bullpen for the Osprey.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an inside curveball. Strike 2. A nice pitch. 0-2 count now.
Okay, around the league, the Casper Rockies are trailing 1-0. The Great Falls White Sox are leading them. Helena Brewers now on top, 5-1 in the 5th. Both those scores in the 5th inning.
There's the 0-2 pitch, and it's fouled over the right field wall there for strike 2 still.
Over in Billings, Montana, the Mustangs trail the Idaho Falls Chuckers 1-0. And that one in the 3rd.
Okay. They're only in the 3rd inning?
Only in the 3rd inning.
All right.
We're all around the 6th inning or so.
0-2 count now for Mena. 1 out. Here comes his pitch. Outside breaking ball, fastball into the dirt there. Well, it can't be a fastball and a breaking ball, but it breaks into the dirt for ball 1.
Well, we've got action in the Owls bullpen now.
Oh, boy.
Some warming up.
There's a 1-2 pitch to Mana, gets a hold of it, pops it right up into Billy Boyer's glove at second base, and gets the out number 2 at second. Boyer didn't even have to move for that one. So now 2 outs for the Osprey here in the top of the 7th. They still lead us 9-3 over the Owlz, and no runners on base yet. Now batting for the Osprey, number 30, Jason Santiago, the center fielder.
He had that bunt single that was very successful for him last time at bat. Try not to let that happen again.
Here's the 0-0 pitch, fastball outside, ball 1, 1-0 count.
Sullivan looks pretty good this inning. He's got a ground out and a line out, so he's taking care of business here.
There's a 1-0 pitch, another fastball on the outside, ball 2. 2-0 is the count, 2 outs, no runners on base.
Greg Deeney's going to go talk it over with his pitcher.
All right. And now he's coming back.
Give him a little bit, hey, inside, or maybe trying to ground this guy out instead of trying to get the strikeout, just get through the inning. That looks like Rafael Cruz. I'm pretty sure it is Rafael Cruz, right-hander, throwing in the bullpen, warming up for the Owlz.
There's the 2-0 pitch, a high fastball that time, outside, ball 3. 3-0 is the count now, 2 outs, no runners on base. Santiago at the plate for the Osprey. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That one gets him fastball in the outside corner, watches it go by for strike 1. 3-1 count now.
All right. We've got some action in our booth right now. That one
high, pop fly in the center field. Santrell Smith getting underneath it in shallow center and gets out number 3. Nice. That ends the top of the 7th. The Osprey still lead 9-3. Come on back for the bottom.
If the Owlz are going to compete for the Pioneer League Championship, they're going to need an ace on the staff to lead the way. If you're thinking of buying a home or refinancing, you need an ace of your own. Look no further than Ace Mortgage Company. Our creative loan consultants offer the best terms and unsurpassed professional service. We ensure you get the loan that best suits your needs. Give us a call today at 426-5757. That's 426-5757. Ace Mortgage Company. Absolute commitment to excellence.
After watching the Orem Owls hit home runs all night, it's time to have a great reason to run home. Nothing beats a Love Stack waiting for you. Oversized sacks from Love Stack may look like huge bean bags, but they are filled with extra soft Durafoam and come in a variety of designer covers ready to match any lifestyle. But just like the Owls, a Love Stack is something you've got to see in person to really appreciate. Come stack out for yourself at the Love Stack store in the Riverwood Shopping Center in Provo, or any of the other locations across the Wasatch Front. For the original and still the best oversized sack, there's only Love Stack.
1400 K-Star.
Baby, don't hurt me no more.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Osprey are leading 9-3 now over the Owlz. And pitching out there for the Osprey, a new pitcher. Looks like to me number 21 now pitching for the Osprey. That's number 21, Cody Evans. We've seen Cody Evans before.
Sure have, and that is 21. I'll verify it with my eyes.
He was acquired in the 10th round this year. He comes from Huntington Beach, California. Last played with Long Beach State. Cody Evans comes into the game with a record of 0-1, 10.5 ERA, 12 innings pitched so far, and 8 strikeouts on this season. So that's 21, Cody Evans now pitching for the Osprey.
Well, that sounds pretty good. What was the ERA? 10.5? Okay, well, let's see if we can take advantage of that.
How can this guy has a 40.5 ERA, Jason Nabergall? How is that possible?
How many innings has he pitched?
1.
That's why.
Is that why?
That's why. He gave him a couple runs in 1 inning.
That's why. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the 7th. The Osprey leading 9-3. Batting this inning for your Orem Owlz, Billy Boyer, then Santrell Smith at the bottom, then back up to the top with Heinle Stacia.
Well, that's probably going to be Marco Albano.
I'm sorry.
Up at the top.
Albano now playing for Stacia.
We'll see if they made any other changes in the lineup and would have him bat somewhere else, but I don't think so. I believe he'd be the leadoff batter now.
And what have you.
So
here comes Boyer to the plate. Number 7, Billy Boyer, stepping up here. And let's see, what did Boyer do? He had a...
We're going to have a change in center field, it looks like. Number 16 is warming up.
Oh, that's Hughes, right?
That is Hughes. Michael Hughes is going to come into the game.
Michael Hughes coming in place of Bradley Kuhn.
No, not in place of Bradley Kuhn. It'll be in place of Santrell Smith.
Oh, that's right. We're at the bottom there. Okay, there's the first pitch to Boyer. It's a curveball. It's outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 is the count now. No outs, no runners on base. Boyer at the plate right now for the Owlz.
Boyer singled his last at bat. Down to 3 innings left. 9 outs for the Owlz to erase a 6-run deficit.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Boyer. Inside high curveball and ball 1. 1-1 count now for Boyer.
I think the instruction here is going to be patient, let these pitchers beat themselves, fight off anything that looks like a genuine strike.
There's the 1-1 pitch, fastball inside, strike 2, and Boyer swings and misses on that one. 1-2 count now.
Well, that was a genuine strike. That was not a wasted swing at all.
No.
But got him because he was trailing it. He wasn't expecting that.
There's the 1-2 pitch to Boyer. Outside fastball that time. Boyer checks his swing in time for ball 2. 2-2 is the count. No outs, no runners on base. Osprey lead 9-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Boyer at the plate right now. He comes from Auburn, Washington. Here's his 2-2 pitch. And grounds that one into himself for still strike 2.
Yeah, he's staying up there. Good job to get a hold of that and keep fighting at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. I can't hide it. I prefer it when the Owls win.
Of course.
I like the players on the team. Good personalities, good talent.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Another one grounded down into the plate against Boyer, and still strike 2. 2-2 is still the count. No outs. Boyer at the plate right now for the Owls. He last played with the Mesa Angels, acquired in 2003. Came in the game, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs.
There's about 15-mile-an-hour difference between the fastball and that breaking ball.
Yeah.
And Boyer's doing a great job to get any piece of that breaking ball.
There's the 2-2 pitch, fastball way inside, ball 3 for Boyer. That one he had to scoot back for.
Billy has fought back in the count now. And now when those breaking balls are coming, Billy sinks down. Look how that back leg, he sinks down kind of onto his knee just so he can get that bat out there and make some kind of contact. He's done well to stay in there.
There's a 3-2 pitch, fastball outside, ball 4, and Boyer gets walked.
And he earns it. Boyer, you deserve that.
Did his job.
He fought those pitches off pretty darn well.
All right, now runner on first base here in the bottom of the 7th. The Osprey still leading 9-3. And now coming up to bat here in place of Stantrell Smith, this is Michael Hughes playing center field now. Hughes comes into the game, the batting .222, 4 RBIs, no home runs yet on the season. Hughes comes from Hoffman Estates, Illinois, acquired in the 2004 draft.
All right, trying to make these changes here. That is Marco Albano in the circle now.
Yep.
On deck circle, waiting to come to the plate.
All right, so no outs yet. Runner on first. Hughes at the plate right now for the Owls, bottom of the lineup. And here comes the 0-0 pitch to Hughes, and lets it fly. Grounds that one into himself, just like Boyer did off the fastball, and strike 1.
Well, it's important that we have a runner on base to start off the inning. A walk is as good as a hit most days.
Yep.
Any day, actually.
True.
It gets the batters behind you to be able to see what the pitcher's throwing, kind of what he's doing, and especially when it's a leadoff walk. I'd rather get out there. Boyer does have 2 stolen bases.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch to Hughes. High fastball over his head there.
No, breaking ball, but definitely over his head.
Very
high. That came in at 73 miles an hour, and it looked like Evans released that not the way he wanted to.
Well, yeah.
Shoot, I didn't mean to. I didn't want to hit you in the head or anything. He didn't.
So Hughes ducked down just in time. Now the 1-1 count. Here comes his pitch. And a high pop fly in right field foul territory. Strike 2 off that fastball. 1-2 is the count. No outs yet. Runner on first. Hughes at the plate right now for the Owls.
Evans seems to have trouble locating his curveballs for strikes as well, which is a good thing for us.
Hughes coming in from the University of Illinois at Chicago College. And here comes Hughes' 1-2 pitch. Inside, fastball, ball 2. Hughes holding back on that one.
So 2-2 the count. Looks pretty darn similar to Boyer's at bat.
Yeah. Staying in there as best he can.
If he can fight off some of those slow breaking balls, we'll see what he comes with. I wouldn't be surprised to see a slow breaking ball here.
And the pitcher for the Osprey, Cody Evans, throwing over to first there. Runner still safe. So 2-2 count. No outs. Runner on first. And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Michael Hughes. Lets it fly. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Outside corner. Strike 3. And Hughes strikes out swinging. That's 1 out now for the Owls here on the bottom of the 7th. And the Osprey still leading 9-3. We have a runner on first out there. And now batting back at the top of the lineup. Pitch. Is it called a pinch hit?
Well, he already came into the game, so it wouldn't be a pinch hitter. He is now just in the lineup.
This is Albano coming in for Heinle Stacia back at the top of the lineup. Albano playing shortstop now. And let's find out a little bit about Albano. He comes from Arlington, Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken. True rookie. Yeah,
don't have many of those.
Acquired this year.
He went to high school, played at high school with Anthony Sullivan. The two of them were on the same team.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Albano, and he fires that one foul over the right field center. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Over the right field wall for strike number 1. Damn.
You're not programmed for this, actually. Little do people know we're actually robots.
I feel like Hal getting his things taken away from him. I'd like to sing you a song, Dave. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled into the net there. Strike 2 off a fastball, high fastball. 0-2 is the count now. Albano still at the plate here for the Owlz. Albano came in the game batting .250. 2 RBIs, no home runs in the season yet. But 8 stolen bases. No, 8 strikeouts. Nah,
that's right. I was going to say, wow,
bases.
That'd be amazing.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Albano. Lets it go. Fastball outside, ball 1. 1-2 count. 1 out. Runner on first. Albano at the plate right now for the Owlz.
Cody Evans throwing fastballs all 3 pitches in this at bat.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
It's true.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. High pop fly out in the right center field. Right fielder
going.
Looks like it's hitting the
on the warning track.
Just bounces off the wall there into Roman's glove.
There was no bounce off the wall.
There was no bounce?
It was just a catch.
Okay, well, that's out number 2 regardless. 2 outs now for the Owlz here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Osprey still leading 9-3. We still have a runner on first, and now batting number 15, Bradley Kuhn, the left fielder.
So Kuhn comes to the plate now. They haven't been able to advance Billy Boyer at all. He's been stuck on first. They need runs.
Yeah.
They're running out of time.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Kuhn. Outside curveball. Just catching the edge of the corner. Man, this ump really late on his calls, and it's making me
messing us
nauseous.
up. Maybe that's why we're forgetting the rest of the words.
Possible. That's
kind of hanging on the edges of our seats, too.
That's strike 1 for Kuhn. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss there. And the catcher for the Osprey can't get a hold of it. And Boyer now on second base.
So that will count, I believe, as a stolen base for Boyer. His 3rd on the year.
Cool. Okay, now a runner on second. 2 outs. 0-2 count now for Kuhn.
Can't do his bunt single that he's done before. He's got to swing now.
And the manager for the Osprey going out to the ump. Give a little chat, see what's happening.
I think Hector De La Cruz wants to say that was a foul ball. It was pretty close to a foul ball.
Yeah.
It could have been. I'm not going to say anything to the umpire because I like looking out there and seeing Billy Boyer on second base.
Right.
Makes me more comfortable. Like maybe we're gonna score a run here.
Looks like the umps are going to talk to each other in the infield there. Maybe there's enough time for me to say something here. And the Owlz built their stadium. They went with a contractor that kept an eye on beauty, comfort, and detail. For your next building project, let Marcon Incorporated General Contracting create that beauty, comfort, and detail for you. They specialize in custom new construction, remodels, and additions. Marcon Incorporated General Contracting. Let them take the hassle out of your construction needs.
And they do call that a foul ball, and Boyer's going to come back to first base. Well, that's too bad.
Well, that is still strike 2 for Bradley Kuhn. 0-2 is the count. 2 outs. Runner back on first base. Osprey still leading 9-3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Kuhn still at the plate right now. Had a triple his last at bat. And then that sac bunt before that, a double before that. Doing the best tonight. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. Runner goes again.
And they don't even throw. They're just going to give it to him. So now he does have his 3rd stolen base.
So Boyer earns his steal there on second, making sure he gets that.
Well, I think
that's ball 1 for Kuhn.
Catcher DeCarlo thought that was strike 3 there, so he didn't come up throwing at all.
Interesting. All right, 1-2 is the count now. Now a runner on second, 2 outs. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kuhn. Curveball outside, ball 2.
Wow, Kuhn's playing it dangerous. Those are just missing on the outside.
Yeah.
The one before that just missing low.
Either has really good eyes or
I think
doesn't want to swing. I think he does too. How else would you not want to hit that sweet, sweet ball? Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Kuhn.
Delicious.
Way outside fastball, 92 miles an hour, ball 3. So 3-2 count now for Kuhn. 2 outs, runner on second there.
Evans was using a couple breaking balls before that fastball.
Yeah.
Comes back with a fastball and doesn't get the location he wants. Too far outside.
All right, here's the full count for Kuhn. 2 outs, runner on second out there. Here comes his pitch. Lets it go. High pop fly out into right center. Looks like right field. They're trying to get underneath it. And makes the scoop. Nope, didn't make the scoop. It bounced off the ground. They're behind him. And Kuhn goes to second, is safe at second, allowing...
Overran second base, had to dive back to it, almost got tagged out there. So there's an RBI double for Brad Kuhn.
Wow.
Brad Kuhn's got a couple extra base hits tonight.
Yeah. So he allowed Boyer to come in for the run scored. Now the score is 9-4 in favor of the Osprey here in the bottom of the seventh. And Kuhn is now out there on second base as Mark Trumbo steps to the plate. 2 out still.
Trumbo has not reached tonight. He had a sacrifice fly and a sacrifice ground out, a couple ground outs.
Yep.
2 of the RBIs tonight for the Owls. We now trail by 5.
Yep.
It's a 9-4 game. Osprey over the Owls.
Here's the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. Swing and a miss on a curveball outside. Strike 1. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs. Runner on second. Trumbo at the plate right now.
I think Trumbo was expecting a fastball there to start it off.
He had his bat up pretty high.
He sure did. 2-out rally. What can you say? With the runner in scoring position, a lot of speed out there.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That time another curveball going outside corner. Strike 2. Trumbo swinging and missing. 0-2 is the count now.
And Trumbo was doing a lot better with his curveball over the road trip. He missed both of those way out in front of him.
So 0-2 count. 2 outs. Runner on second out there. Here comes the next pitch to Trumbo. Gets a hold of it. Grounder down the third base line there. Shortstop Ciriaco makes a throw across the diamond. And it's good for out number 3. And that ends the bottom of the 7th inning. The Osprey now leading 9-4 over the Owls. Come on back.
The Wolverine, or Kulalaskus, makes its den close to the I-15 freeway in Orem, Utah. Its feeding grounds on the campus of Utah Valley State College provides the Wolverine with a plentiful diet of over 32 four-year programs and an array of savory associate's degrees. But the Wolverine's an insatiable hunter and has developed an appetite for larger prey in the NCAA. Its recent forays have already disrupted Division I wildlife throughout the region. The Wolverine's a ferocious fighter, known to defeat animals several times its size. Humans should avoid confrontation with Wolverines wherever possible. Yet, for the sake of research, we went into the Wolverine den to record their behavior.
For decades, the cougar's been presumed by ecologists and athletic directors in Utah to be at the top of the provincial food chain. Now, with the introduction of the green and gold UVSC Wolverines into the NCAA Division I ecosystem, it's evident that, as they say, there's a new color in town.
Out and Back is your Utah Valley source for all your family's outdoor adventure needs. Serving Utah County for over 17 years. We have a wide stock of excellent gear and clothing from Mountain Hardware, the North Face, and Sierra Designs, along with the Valley's largest selection of Chaco sandals. Whether you go camping, climbing, hiking, or mountaineering, we have what you need. Let us take care of you. Out and Back, 1797 South State Street, Orem. Bring in your Owlz ticket stub within 7 days after the game and get up to 3 pair of our $14.95 quick-dry nylon river shorts for only $4.95. Or mention this ad and get 2 pair of $6.95 outdoor socks free with any purchase over $20.
1400 K-Star is KSRR Provo.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're now on the top of the 8th inning. The Osprey still leading 9-4 over the Owls. The Owls out there now on the field and still pitching for the Orem Owls. He is, what's his name again? Oh, yeah, Sullivan's still out there. No, we've had a pitching change. That's Rafael Cruz. All right, so now pitching for your Orem Owls, number 45, Rafael Cruz from Veracruz, Mexico. Acquired as a free agent in the 2003 draft. Cruz comes into the game with a record of 0-0, 8.22 ERA, 7 2/3 innings pitched, and 4 strikeouts on the season.
They don't let Rafael Cruz out there too much. But he's had some rough outings, but he's also had some very good outings.
Yeah.
Batting for the Osprey, Mike DiCarlo, he had that 3-run shot his last at bat.
Here comes his 0-0 pitch, gets a hold of it, grounder to shortstop Albano, makes a throw across the diamond to Trumbo at first, and gets the out at first base. Nice. That's 1 out now for the Osprey here in the top of the 8th. Osprey still leading 9-4. And now batting for the Osprey, number 12, Pedro Ciriaco at the bottom of the lineup, the shortstop.
When Cruz is his most effective, he does the ground out. A lot of ground outs. Pitches low and away or low in the zone, gets these batters to swing at it, and not a big strikeout guy.
So 1 out still for the Osprey. No runners on base yet here in the top of the 8th. Osprey still leading 9-4. Ciriaco now take for the Osprey. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. It's a fastball on the outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now.
Ciriaco had the other home run, well, one of the 3 tonight. A 2-run shot instead of the 3-run shot that it should have been.
The 0-1 pitch, same place, this time just catching the edge. Strike 1, curveball outside.
You know what happened there? He's just not used to hitting home runs. That's his first on the season. So he A little over-anxious, overran his batter, or his base runner.
There's a 1-1 pitch. Fouls that one down the third baseline for strike 2. 1-2 count. Ciriaco at the plate right now for the Osprey. 1 out, no runners on base. Ciriaco, shortstop from the Dominican Republic. Last played with the Dominican Republic Arizona League. I don't know how to describe it.
The rookie league down in the Dominican Republic.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, outside corner, swing and a miss, and strike 3. So Ciriaco goes down swinging. A strikeout for Rafael Cruz. I'm really off today. His 5th on the season and first for the game.
Again, not a big strikeout pitcher.
Right. 2 outs now for the Osprey here in the top of the 8th. Osprey still leading 9-4, and now batting back at the top of the lineup. Ed Rome in the right fielder. Here comes his 0-0 pitch. Inside curveball, pass ball as well. Ball 1 for Roman.
Ed Roman had a bunt single his last at bat. He's reached on an error, had the bunt singled, and a couple of ground outs. It looks like a pop out and ground out.
So 1-0 count now, 2 outs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Roman. Inside, just catching the corner, strike 1.
A well-placed pitch.
Nice. I didn't get a speed on that one. I think it was 3,000 miles an hour. 1-1 count now, 2 outs, no runners on base still. Roman at the plate right now for the Osprey. Here comes his pitch. High pop fly in the right field. Looks like it's going. And it's staying fair.
That might have hit the freeway.
And that one is called foul, actually, at the last minute.
Wow.
Interesting.
Roman's really upset about that.
He's like, come on, good gracious. So that's strike number 2 for Roman. And he's still standing out there.
Long strike 2. He didn't want to give up so easily.
All right, 1-2 count now. Roman jogging back to the plate there on that foul. He's asking his friends in the dugout. Oh, he lost his bat somehow.
There you go. Well, that one's so high and so far, there's no chance to really tell on the foul pole how close, fair, or foul it was.
Yeah, our foul poles aren't very high. They're only about, 20 feet high.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Roman. And gets a hold of that one down the third base line there. It's foul, though.
Foul again.
Man, okay. Still 1-2 count now for Roman.
Smacks his hands together. Come on.
Come on, Paul.
Got a good hold of both those last 2.
Yeah. All right, 1-2 count, 2 outs, no runners on base. Roman at the plate right now for the Osprey. He last played with Princeton High School. He's acquired in the 20th round this year. 2 RBIs in the season, and no home runs yet.
That one popped up. I think it'll go out of play, though.
And that one's over the net there. Still strike 2 for Roman.
A lot of people ducking.
Smart people.
That's why you bring your glove to the ball game, folks.
Put it over your head.
Helps a lot. Even if you're not a good catcher, you can at least have something between your head and the ball if it's coming at you.
The hat's not going to do it.
No, the hat, too much give.
Maybe a helmet of some sort. A batting helmet.
A helmet's an interesting idea. When there's an unsafe activity we want to participate in, we just... that one...
1-2 pitch, high pop fly in the right field. Looks like it's staying in this time.
And that is a home run.
And that one is gone. Staying fair on the right field wall, about 320 feet hit for Ed Roman. And a home run, solo home run for Ed Roman, his first on the season.
4th for the night for the Osprey.
Yeah, and the Osprey now leading 10-4. I'm so shook up. Can't even speak.
The Osprey are really handing it over to the Owls and just going, hey, look what we can do. 4 home runs in a night.
Man.
They're just blasting off of our pitchers. All of our pitchers so far have given up at least 1 home run. Rusty Ryal now at the plate. Takes his first pitch. Fastball, strike 1.
So 0-1 count, 2 outs for the Osprey, darn it. And Rusty Ryal at the plate right now here. The Osprey leading 10-4 in the top of the 8th. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Gets a hold of it, the right field, down the line there. Right fielder Coles can't get it yet, throws it into second. And looks like Ryal running to second there, slides in. The throw to Boyer at second wasn't in time. And now a double for Rusty Ryal.
All right.
So 2 outs still for the Osprey. Runner now on second.
Getting used to those long home run, triple. That a real double now. If he gets up again tonight, a single would complete the cycle. Wow. So coming up to bat now, Osvaldo Diaz for the Osprey.
He's a left fielder from Havana, Cuba. Osvaldo Diaz with a double tonight. Strikeout. Single as well with an RBI. Jeez. Okay, 0-0 count. Here comes the pitch to Osvaldo Diaz. Runner on second, 2 outs. Gets a hold of that one. Grounder to Albano at shortstop. Wow, it bounces out of his chest there. And another run scored in, and a single for Osvaldo Diaz, bringing in Rusty Ryal. So Osvaldo Diaz now with 10 RBIs in the season, and the Osprey now leading 11-4 here in the top of the 8th.
They'll rule out another error.
An error for Albano. Man.
And that one bounced so hard off his chest out into center field.
Yeah.
Too bad.
It was kind of a ricochet effect. Albano couldn't get a hold of it there. So 2 outs still for the Osprey. Now a runner on first. They lead us 11-4 here in the top of the 8th. And now batting for the Osprey, Will Crouch, the designated hitter from Austin, Texas.
It's harder and harder to watch.
Comes the 0-0 pitch, inside fastball, ball 1. 1-0 count for Crouch. 2 outs, runner on first out there. Crouch had a double tonight as well and struck out in a couple ground outs.
I can't even look. I don't want to say, oh, yeah, here's another one of those guys who homered tonight.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one down into the dirt there, going into the Owlz dugout for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Well, Cruz entered this inning and got the ground out and the strikeout and looked like he was doing just fine. Then gave up the home run, the double, and that error bouncing pretty hard off of Albano.
Must be tough, man.
Wow.
1-1 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Crouch. High inside fastball, ball 2. Crouch holding off on all these pitches. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Runner on first out there. Crouch at the plate right now for the Osprey.
Got a couple more partial scores. We're keeping you updated around the league. In the 8th inning, it's a 1-1 tie, the Rockies and the White Sox, Casper and Great Falls. The Helena Brewers continue to lead at 6-4 in Ogden.
There's the 2-1 pitch to Crouch. High foul ball behind us over the net there. Strike 2 for Crouch.
So if Ogden should go down tonight, that game also in the 8th inning, at least we'll still be 1 game behind him, but we would have liked to, if we could have pulled this out, well, I guess there's still a chance.
Yeah.
Why am I so pessimistic?
Of course there's a chance.
There's always a chance.
That's right. That voice you just heard was Andres Weiss joining us in the booth right now.
In the 5th inning, the Idaho Falls Chuckers trail 2-3 against the Billings Mustangs.
2-2 count now for Crouch. 2 outs, runner on first. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Another high inside fastball, ball 3. 3-2 count.
The Chuckers, another team we want to be careful of. Should they lose tonight, and they are trailing in the 5th, that would keep us even should we lose, put us a game ahead if we win, and that would give us a tie for first place.
Oh, boy. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Crouch. Swing and a miss on an inside curveball, strike 3. So Crouch strikes out swinging, getting the 3rd out. That ends the top of the 8th inning. The Osprey now leading 11-4. Come on back.
Welcome to the Pepsi Theater Minute. Today, the story of Langusto and Pesto.
Ah, Langusto.
Oh, pesto.
Cacciatore, lasagna, gorgonzola.
Oh, linguini, la carbonara, calzone.
Scalupini, tortellini al pomodoro, bruschetta, prosciutto, ricotta. Pepsi.
Pepsi, cappellini, salame, pancetta, Pepsi, mortadella.
Calzone, Pepsi.
Pepsi, ravioli, scalopine, minestrone, prosciutto.
Pepsi e scalopine.
Linguini, cannelloni, maccheroni, gnocchi, gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola, Bologna.
Spaghetti.
Antipasti.
Parmigiano, provolone, mozzarella, Pepsi.
Langusto, calamari. Langusto, Pepsi.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Are you hungry for great tasting Mexican food? Take a time out and stop by a local Beto's. Have you tried our burritos and chimichangas? People are voting Beto's food as numero uno in Utah. Beto's has 15 convenient locations in Utah. Most of our restaurants are open 24 hours to satisfy your craving anytime. Check us out on the web at betosmex.com. Stop by any participating Beto's location and receive a Vote for Beto's punch card, which could entitle you to free food. Huli frijoles! It's Beto's time.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingman. Thanks for tuning in. Joining us in the booth this inning is Andres Weiss, one of our staff members here at the home of the Owlz Stadium. How you doing, Andres?
Doing good.
Excellent. Welcome. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Osprey are leading 11-4 over the Owlz.
They had another home run there that last inning.
And pitching out there for the Osprey, Cody Evans. And also playing left field now, Melendez for the Osprey. Up to bat here for the Owlz, Dallas Morris. Here's his 0-0 pitch. Curveball outside.
checked his swing, but umpire says he went.
All right, strike one.
A little too far there.
So Morris tonight with a double and a couple ground outs. 0-1 count now for Morris. No outs yet, no runners on base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Morris. High pop fly out in the center field. Looks like it's going.
That's got the distance.
It's back on the dirt there, and it's over. Holy goodness gracious. A home run for Dallas Morris here in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 4th home run for Dallas Morris on the season.
27th RBI.
Holy cow.
Staying up there in the league leaders, but that's only a one-run shot. No runners on base for him.
So I hope the Morris family is listening. A home run for Dallas Morris. The score is now 11-5 in favor of the Osprey here in the bottom of the 8th.
That wasn't even just over the wall either. He sent a rocket over center field there.
That was probably about, is that 408 for the wall?
408 and the batter's eye there. Good 430 feet or so, 450.
Now batting Colby Overstreet. His first pitch is a curveball inside corner, strike one. 0-1 count, no outs yet, no runners on base.
Colby's 0 for 2 tonight. He had a walk, but he struck out twice.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Overstreet. Pass ball, outside curveball, ball one.
Yeah, breaks in the dirt, gets away from catcher DeCarlo. Colby doing good at showing patience at the plate, but he's getting burned a couple times tonight. So it's paid off for him in the past couple games. Tonight, coming back to haunt him.
There's the 1-1 pitch, bad curveball, outside, ball two. Wasn't bad. I can't throw a curveball, but
that was a bad curveball. Bad curveball.
And there's a kid with a popcorn bucket on his head in the audience. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Overstreet. Another high fastball this time, ball three outside. 3-1 count.
So here's one of those situations where the patience very well could pay off. Yeah. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ahead in the count, Colby Overstreet.
We're still in the bottom of the 8th here with the Osprey leading 11-5. Overstreet is at bat right now from Midland, Texas. Struck out his last 2 at bats. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and they walk him. Outside curveball, and Overstreet gets walked.
Ball 4. So no out here. Runner on first. Catcher DeCarlo is going to talk with Cody Evans and calm him down.
Okay, now batting for the Orem Owls, number 10. Change in the lineup here. Now batting number 10, Patrick Riley. Now batting for the Owls.
I haven't seen Patrick for a while.
No, in place of Cole so far. Pat Riley from Reno, Nevada, acquired as a free agent last year.
Mel Stoudemire Jr., pitching coach for the Osprey, going to head out to the mound.
All right.
Catcher DeCarlo again. And they're either going to set their infield up or else they're going to call in their reliever who's in the bullpen.
You know, folks, when it comes to firearms, bearing arms is your right. Gun safety is your responsibility. Never celebrate the 4th of July by firing rounds into the air. Store your firearms out of the reach of children and always use trigger locking devices and gun safe. A community service reminder from Sportsman's Warehouse, located on Riverdale Road between PetSmart and Target, and online at sportsmanswarehouse.com. And I think I have, I don't know.
They're taking their time out there on the pitching mound.
Okay. Looks like they're almost ready to go. So we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Osprey leading 11-5 over the Owls. Owls have a runner now on first base, thanks to Overstreet getting walked there. And now coming up to the plate here, Patrick Riley, number 10, pitch hitting for Coles.
And Riley is a left-handed batter. They'd like this left-hander, the lefty-righty matchup.
Riley comes in the game batting .262, 2 RBIs, no home runs yet on the season.
How many at-bats there for Riley? Up here, I'm looking, I'm finding, there we go. Only 42 at-bats.
Okay.
Pretty low compared to a lot of his teammates.
Yeah. So here comes the 0-0 pitch to Riley. Runner on first, no outs yet. And Cody Evans lets it fly. It's outside, fastball, ball one. 1-0 count now. Riley at the plate right now for the Owls. His first at-bat in this game.
Well, we've started sort of a rally. We've had a home run, and then Colby Overstreet walked.
Yep. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Riley. Fouls that one into the net behind us, and strike one.
That was a high fastball. He did good to get a part of it.
And we've seen some games turn like this when we were in Helena. So
we did. Well, unfortunately, Helena was the one that turned it and upended the Owls. But it is possible. I guess I can't count our bats out. We've got some very good bats in the lineup.
And players, too.
That's right. The bats,
high-quality bats.
They're good on their own, but with the players swinging them, that's when they do the best work.
Don't swing themselves. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Patrick Riley. Outside fastball, ball two. Almost gets away from catcher DeCarlo. And runner still safe on first over there. 2-1 count now for Patrick Riley.
I predict in this inning there will be a wild pitch that allows Colby Overstreet to go to second.
Okay.
At least.
Prediction? I'll write that down.
Or wherever he's at on the base path when it happens. Maybe another one. There will be an advancement on a wild pitch.
Here's a 2-1 pitch.
That one high.
Into right field. It looks like it's going.
Another home run.
A home run for Patrick Riley. Good gracious, over the right field wall, about 320 feet out there. That is Patrick Riley's first home run on the season, and bringing in 2. So 2 RBIs for Patrick Riley, now with 4 on the season, and the Owls now with 8. Osprey in 11.
And now it seems reachable all of a sudden.
Holy cow.
No outs. Still 6 outs for the to go for the Owls before the end of the game.
Wow.
And it's turning into a slugfest out here. That's a 6th home run of the night. A lot of them going over that right field wall.
Wow.
The tides have turned.
Yes, that's right.
Not
the tables
completely.
have turned, young boss.
Not completely,
but we're getting closer. Okay, looks like Coach going out there again.
Optimism, Chris.
Hold on. There's an error up there on the scoreboard. Let's say it's showing 4 runs this inning, and that's not the case. It's only been 3.
Right.
Dallas Morris had a solo shot, then the walk.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. There's only 7.
And then Riley with a 2-run shot. They're going to have to correct that pretty soon. So it's a 4-run lead for the Osprey, and Cody Evans is done now. Hector De La Cruz calling in a reliever.
And here he comes, running up to the mound. So it's bottom of the 8th. We believe the Osprey are leading now 11-7 over the Owls. And new pitching change here for the Osprey. Got a number on that yet?
It's number 25.
Okay, now pitching for the Missoula Osprey, number 25. Why isn't he on my roster?
He's a new
His
fella.
name is Johnny Pichela.
I'm sorry. I was way off there. It's 39.
Okay. Now pitching for the Missoula Osprey, number 39, Dan Pullman. We've seen him before. Dan Pullman, acquired in the 15th round in 2004. He's from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Last played with the Yakima Bears as well. Pullman comes in the game with a record of 0-4. 7.11 ERA, 19 innings pitched, and 20 strikeouts on the season.
Good strikeout pitcher.
Yeah.
Now, this will be devastating for the Osprey to give up such a big lead. They came into this inning leading the Owls 11-4. Owls have picked up 3 runs. They've made the correction on the scoreboard now.
Okay.
So they pick up 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Still no outs. Coming to the plate is going to be Greg Deeney.
Right. And then Boyer, and then Hughes. Bottom of the lineup there.
Hughes.
Osprey leading 11-7 here in the bottom of the 8th. And again, new pitcher for the Osprey, Dan Pullman, coming in here in the bottom of the 8th. SOS Staffing Services is proud to be a sponsor of Orem Owlz Baseball. Is your company looking for top talent? Do you have open positions that must be filled with key players? SOS Staffing Services is Utah County's home team. SOS specializes in permanent placement in all careers, temp to hire, and temporary employment. SOS has 25 Utah offices strategically placed to recruit top talent. So the next time your business needs a home run, pick SOS Staffing Services. Hey, Andre.
Yes.
Are you tired of that old routine?
Yes.
Why don't you come down to Escape Motorsports in Provo? They have what you need to re-energize your life. Escape Motorsports has dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs, jet boats, personal watercraft, and generators. They even have zero-down financing available on approved credit. So why don't you go down to Escape Motorsports at 1480 North State in Provo and put some excitement back into your life. I once rode a generator once.
A generator?
It was crazy.
How do you ride a generator?
It was bouncing up and down. I made the motocross finals though on my generator. Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend to believe you there.
Who would?
Looks like we're ready to go here. Greg Deeney's coming up to the bat.
All right, bottom of the 8th. Osprey leading 11-7. No outs yet for the Owls. Greg Deeney now stepping up to the plate, the catcher. So far, Greg Deeney with a couple ground outs, pop out, strike out. And here comes his 0-0 pitch. Gets a hold of it, fouls it over the right field wall. Strike number 1.
I'd like to see that hustle from Will Crouch over there on first base. But I'm sorry, that's Brian Byrne.
Yeah.
That was a very well over the wall.
He didn't have
so go ahead and exhaust yourself. That's fine.
Right, yes. It's like when you take your kids to Disneyland and let them run around. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball inside. Strike 2. Good.
That was a well-placed pitch. And I think that's why he's got the strikeouts, Dan Pullman. He's able to work around the strike zone pretty well. So down 0-2 in the count, Greg Deeney.
Still no outs, no runners on base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a drop of strike 3. Deeney goes for it. Here comes the throw to first. and gets the out at first base. Darn it, Dini was almost there. Very fast.
Another strikeout for Dini tonight.
So 1 out for the Owls here in the bottom of the 8th. Osprey still leading 11-7, and no runners on base. Now batting for the Owls, number 7, Billy Boyer, the second baseman. Boyer tonight got walked his last at bat, grounded out, had a single.
He's had a pretty decent night. So he's 1 for 2. That walk doesn't count as an official at bat.
Okay.
But he's reached base twice. He scored a run.
Interesting. 0-0 is the count for Boyer, just stepping in the plate here. 1 out, bottom of the 8th. Osprey still leading 11-7. Here's his 0-0 pitch.
Inside.
Wow, inside curveball there, almost snagging Boyer on the head. He had to get to the dirt for that one. Duck and cover, as they say.
I think he's awake.
Where I'm from, I think he's awake. That'll sober him up, right? Not to say Boyer's drinking and all, but that, wakes people up in general. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2.
So Boyer up in the count now, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah. Don't they use the word sober to call, like, just in general being awake and not?
I think you're correct.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Boyer. Inside fastball in the dirt that time, ball 4. And Boyer gets walked again, 2 in a row.
He's on base for the 3rd time in a row. Only 1 out.
Runner on first. Now coming up to the bat here. Up to the bat for the Owls. Michael Hughes, number 16, Michael Hughes.
He struck out his 1 at bat so far tonight. Yep. He's come in relief of Stantrell Smith.
Right.
So
Hughes with a .222 batting average, 4 RBIs, no home runs yet on the season.
Come on, home run here. Pull us within 8. I'm just getting anxious. I love to see a big inning.
Right.
Especially when we're trailing.
Of course. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Hughes. Lets it fly. Ooh. Inside, almost snagging him on the back there. Fastball. Just scraped his jersey. Ball 1.
And Pullman having a lot of these pitches go inside, very far inside.
Maybe he's just angry.
Well, he's only been out there for 2 batters now.
I'd be angry.
Why would you be angry?
Well,
are you angry right now, Joey?
No, but there's that kid with the popcorn
thing on his head
making me angry. There's the 1-0 pitch to Hughes. That one gets an outside corner fastball. Strike 1. In other words, strike 1.
Ball for a strike.
The ball went strike.
Looked like Pullman pulled back a little bit on his fastball, took a little off it, and got the location.
Maybe there's gas being pumped into this room. That's possible. There's the 1-1 pitch, curveball outside corner, strike 2. Hughes watching it go by. 1 and 2 is the count now. Runner on first. Hughes at the plate right now for the Owls in the bottom of the 8th. Osprey still leading 11-7. There's that kid with the popcorn thing on his head. Oh, he finally took it off. Thank goodness. Now I can concentrate. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hughes and lets it fly. Okay,
ball in the dirt.
And that one bouncing out of DeCarlo, the catcher for the Ospreys, hands.
He keeps it in front of him. The Boyer on first base. 2-2 the count to Hughes, 1 away. Obviously, the Osprey would like a double play here. There's double play depth in the infield.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. In fact, it leaves a great big hole on the right side of the infield for Hughes if he can get it.
There's a 2-2 pitch, fouled into the net, scaring a young lady in the front row. And that's still strike 2 off that fastball.
There's no shame in being scared.
She's awake now, too, right?
She's awake.
She sobered her up.
And sober, we don't sell.
She remembers where she is.
In the park. Do you know where you are? What's your name? 2-2 count now for Hughes. Here comes his pitch. And that one's outside again. Another fastball, ball 3 into the dirt. So rook in the count now. Rook in the count, 3 and 2.
Rook in the count?
I said working.
Working the count.
How dare you? I think I misspoke.
That was obviously my ear's fault.
It was. These headphones.
It was the left ear that did it.
3 and 2 count now for Hughes. Runner on first, 1 out. Hughes still fighting the good fight out there, and here comes Hughes' 3-2 pitch. And grounder down the third baseline, foul that time off a fastball, still strike 2. Very close.
Long at bat.
Bat alive.
Yep.
Fighting him off. Fighting him off.
Maybe the bat will become a real boy one day. Like Pinocchio.
I love the term "fighting him off" because it
sounds like he's some kind of
all the balls are coming at him, not at the catcher's glove or anything. He's fighting it off.
There's a 3-2 pitch over the right field wall, foul. Strike 2 still.
One of those big, long foul balls over the right field. Got to straighten that out. Straighten it out. Get it over the wall. Another home run. That'd be awesome.
3 and 2 still the count. Still 1 out. Runner on first base out there. Boyer's on first, leading off just a bit. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Hughes. Lets it go.
Ooh, got him.
Curveball outside corner, strike 3. Hughes watches it go by and strikes out looking. Man, that is cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment there. So 2 outs now for the Owls.
Don't want to end this rally here. Coming to the plate now is Marco Albano. Slide out to center, his last at bat.
Yep. And he's got a runner on first. The bottom of the 8th here. The Osprey leading 11-7. Albano coming up to the plate here. What did he do his last at bat?
Slide out to center.
Oh, slide out to center. You just said it.
That's right.
I was paying attention.
I did not lie.
He's got that popcorn thing back on his head.
Gosh, that's a rally off. Joey, did you realize when he took it off, that's when we started, we kind of killed the rally a little bit?
I'll just try to ignore him from now on.
Okay. That'd be good, because as soon as he takes it off, we can't win anymore.
There's the 0-0 pitch, high fastball outside, ball 1 for Albano. 1-0 count, 2 outs now. Runner on first. Albano at the plate. He came in the game batting .250, 2 RBIs, no home runs yet on the season.
Not a lot of at-bats. He's around 10 or 11 at-bats, am I right?
20.
20, just kidding. They've been playing him a little bit more lately.
There's a 1-0 pitch, curveball outside, ball 2. 2-0 count now for Albano.
They've been using Albano as the DH for a while to get him those at-bats. Today he's in the game as a shortstop, coming in to spell Stacia for a little bit.
Is this the first time we've seen him at shortstop?
No.
Okay. One time before?
A couple times before. I think 2 or 3.
There's the 2-0 pitch, fastball outside that time, ball 3. So Albano with a 3-0 count, runner on first, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
Might get another walk.
Yep.
3-0 the count. Albano actually does really good with the long ball when he gets a hold of it. Strong kid. That one, fastball catches the corner for strike 1. 3-1 the count now.
So 3-1. Albano at the plate still for the Owls. Albano goes to Boston College studying communication. And here comes Albano's 3-1 pitch. And that one's outside. Another fastball and ball 4 for Albano. So another walk batter. That's 2 in a row so far.
That
for
ball looked
Cody
like
Evans.
That ball looked like it caught the same place as the last one, but
maybe just a
first one's a strike, second one's a ball.
Okay, now runners on first and second here with 2 outs. And now batting for the Owls, number 15, Brad Kuhn, the left fielder from Willowick, Ohio.
Oh, he's not too bad tonight.
Oh,
he's
man.
got a triple and a double.
Great.
Getting those extra base hits, the first couple of extra base hits for the season.
That's right.
Very good batter, left-handed batter, working against this right-handed pitcher, Dan Pullman.
Okay, here comes the 0-0 pitch, goes for the bunt. Catches the outside corner with a fastball. Strike 1, getting past Kuhn. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. The Osprey still leading 11-7 here in the bottom of the 8th.
Kuhn shows bunt a lot. You got third baseman Mendez. Is that Mendez over there? Mena. That's right, Mena. He's playing real close on the grass.
The 0-1 pitch, curveball outside, ball 1. Almost looked like a pitch out on that one. 1-0, 1-1 count now for Kuhn.
Runners aren't showing signs of a double steal at all. Of course, I guess if they were planning on it, they'd want to keep it quiet.
They're all yelling, "Hey, everybody,
check it out. We're going to
hit it here."
Henceforth, the steal.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, fastball inside corner, strike 2 for Kuhn. There's this Marx Brothers movie where they're playing football, and he says, "Hey," they're like in the quarterback stance, and "Hey, you want to get hurt? We're going to throw a forward pass." On the other team. No, never mind. That was Chico. 1-2 count now for Kuhn. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Pitcher checking his runner at second. Here's a 1-2 pitch.
Ooh, right back at him. Great reflex.
Cat-like.
Line drive into the pitcher's glove there, getting out number 3. What a catch. Too bad it was the Osprey. No, the Osprey still leading 11-7 here in the bottom of the 8th. Come on back for the 9th after this.
One of the unsung heroes at the ballpark is the groundskeeping crew. It's up to them to ensure the field looks its best on game day. While your yard may not take the same pounding as the turf at a baseball stadium, it still deserves professional care. More Utah County residents rely on the pros at Frederico Landscaping Incorporated. They're now celebrating their 25th year of providing custom residential landscaping. For all your landscaping needs, including water features and grounds maintenance, you can rely on Frederico Landscaping. See their work online at fredericolandscaping.com.
Tacos.
Burgers.
Tacos.
Burgers.
What about pasta? No time.
Sure there is. At Fazoli's, we can build our own pasta starting at just $2.99. It's super fast and super fresh. In about the same time as it takes for a greasy burger, we can build an Italian masterpiece like spaghetti and spicy marinara.
Spicy marinara?
Yep.
Fazoli's.
Cool, let's pick up Cindy.
Karen. Cindy. No, man.
Fazoli's, faster, fresher, better.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back. We're the Wingmen. We're here in Orem. Entering the top of the ninth inning, it is 11-7. The Osprey in front of the Owls, and the Osprey are coming to bat now. Owls need to hold them, and then they'll have their last lick at the plate.
So top of the ninth, and now batting for the Osprey. Back at the bottom of the lineup, Jason Santiago, Mike DiCarlo, and Pedro Ciriaco. Am I right? No.
Brian Byrne.
Oh, I haven't read. Oh, okay, Byrne.
Steve Minna and Santiago.
There we go. All right. So here comes Byrne at the plate here. And here comes the 0-0 pitch to Byrne. Outside, curveball, ball one.
Still pitching for the Owls is Rafael Cruz.
Right.
He pitched the eighth inning, gave up 2 runs. One of those a home run.
Yeah. Here's a 1-0 count. Another outside curveball. This one just catching the corner. Strike one. 1-1 is the count. No outs yet. Byrne at the plate right now for the Osprey.
See this a lot from the pitchers. Go with the same pitch in the same place 2 times in a row. If they miss the first time, they try again.
There's a 1-1 pitch curveball inside, ball 2. 2-1 count now. No outs yet. No runners on base. Byrne at the plate right now for the Osprey. Struck out looking his last at bat. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Another inside curveball, ball 3.
That one's
same
high.
Place. Just a little bit high. 3-1 count now. No outs yet. Runners on base. Men at the plate right now for the Osprey. He last played with the Yakima Bears.
That pitch was very well placed.
The 0-1 pitch. Inside curveball. Gets out of Deeney's hand for ball 1. 1-1 count now.
So, it's the ninth inning.
Yeah.
1 away here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the next pitch. This one inside curveball, ball 2. 2-1 count now for Mena. Mena acquired as a free agent last year. Came in the game batting .293. 7 RBIs on the season. 1 home run. Here's a 2-1 pitch.
Curveball for a strike on the inside corner.
Nice. Strike 2. And Mena watching him go by. 2-2 count now. No runners on base yet. 1 out.
Cruz has had to fight back on a lot of these batters.
Yeah.
Instead of going up 0-2 in the count, he's allowed a couple of balls. It is now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Comes the pitch. Fouls that one down towards the Osprey dugout for still strike 2. 2-2 count still.
I think that's the pitch that Cruz used on Byrne to strike him out. But this time, Minna gets a hold of it.
It's kind of an inside curve low.
Drops out.
Yeah. So 2-2 count now. Here comes the next pitch to Minna. Lets it fly. And fouls that one off the top of his bat there towards the net. Still strike 2.
Rafael Cruz goes to the default, the high fastball, which gets a lot of batters. You know, if you misplace it, it's only 2-2 the count. But Minna fighting him off here. Keeps fighting. Get away from me, ball.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch to Minna. Rafael Cruz taking his time between pitches. Here it goes. High pop fly on the left center field. Looks like it's going back in the dirt. Center fielder Smith trying to get underneath it.
Not Smith. That's Kuhn playing center field now. Kuhn reels it in for out number 2.
Nice. Kuhn making the catch out there in deep center field for 2 outs now. The Osprey still leading 11-7 here in the top of the ninth. Now with 2 outs, no runners on base. Jason Santiago, the left fielder, comes up to bat.
Santiago's flied out, bunted single, reached on a fielder's choice, struck out his first at bat. Comes batting left-handed.
Here's his 0-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and an inside curveball, strike 1. 0-1 count now, 2 outs, no runners on base. Santiago at the plate. He comes from Vega Alta, Puerto Rico. Only batting .200 coming into the game. Last played with Missoula last year, acquired in 2003. His 0-1 pitch, same spot, inside curveball, swing and a miss, strike 2.
And Cruz is just living by this curveball. Sometimes you get these pitchers that live and die by a certain pitch.
Right.
Cruz is a curveball.
Here's the 0-2 pitch to Santiago. This time outside curveball, ball 1.
That was a fastball. Oh, just missed on the outside. He doesn't have a lot of off speed. Cruz throws in the mid to high 80s for a fastball, about 87, maybe 88.
The 1-2 pitch, gets a hold of it, grounded on the third base line to Trumbo and makes the tag at first base, getting out number 3. That ends the top of the ninth inning. The Osprey still leading 11-7. Come on back for the one last chance for the Owls to do any damage.
Today, more and more people are insuring their homes with us through Auto Owners Insurance. We'll provide low-cost, quality protection, claim service that is second to none, and if you insure both your home and car through Auto Owners Insurance, you'll qualify for additional premium discounts.
Find out more at Blue Mountain Insurance, located on University Avenue in Provo. Give them a call at 373-SAVE. That's 373-7283. Blue Mountain Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Utah
Valley State College with new president William Cedarberg. Mr. Cedarberg, why is UVSC your choice?
UVSC is my choice because it's a dynamic institution. The faculty are very strong. It's located in a community with strong values, a community committed to higher education, and I think the future is extremely bright here. So as I looked at it, I really didn't want to go to a school that was just maintaining the status quo. I wanted to be a school that was in transition, that was exciting, that was happening.
Okay. As president, what are your plans?
My largest job as president is to help the school and the members of this UVSC community establish a direction for the future, and then to go out and rally support for that direction. I think the future is extremely bright, and UVSC is definitely my choice for the future.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back, everyone, to Birds of Play with the Wingmen. Thanks for tuning in. We're finally in the bottom of the ninth inning. The last chance for the Owls to take care of this 4-run lead the Osprey have over them. The score is 11-7 in favor of the Osprey. We're in the bottom of the ninth.
Owls have chipped it down to a somewhat manageable ball game.
Still pitching out there for the Osprey, Dan Coleman, Arlington Heights, Illinois. Last played with the Yakima Bears.
Got a good part of the lineup coming up for the Owls this inning, starting with Mark Trumbo and then Dallas Morris and Colby Overstreet. All three have been pretty productive tonight.
So Morris coming in the game here, having home run, his last at bat. Is that the right term? The past tense of home run?
He has homered.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And not in the sense of making a mistake like a Homer Simpson. He is not homered in the sense of making an epic poem like
Iliad.
Homer the Greek. But instead he is homered in the baseball sense of hitting the ball really hard, and it went over the wall.
It was a great one. And so the score is now 11-7 in favor of the Osprey. And here comes Morris. Oh, no, Trumbo.
Trumbo's going to start this one
off. Okay, sorry. Trumbo steps up to the plate here. Trumbo with an RBI tonight.
2 RBIs.
2 RBIs tonight, bringing his total to 16 for the season.
It's 330. I'm sorry, he hits 330 coming into tonight, but he hasn't reached base yet. He's had a couple of ground outs. In fact, ground out, and sac fly. So steps to the plate, thinking, I miss being on base. maybe I'll do that.
All right, here we go. Ready to go out here. Here comes the 0-0 pitch to Trumbo. Swing and a miss on an outside curveball in the corner. Strike one for Trumbo. 0-1 count now. No outs. No runners on base yet. Trumbo at the plate here for the Owls. Last played with Villa Park High School a couple years ago. Here comes his 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another curveball. First curveball inside this time. Strike two.
And way in front of that one.
Man,
they've been working that pretty effectively on Trumbo tonight. Off speed, he's been prepped for the fastball.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a drop strike three, and tags Trumbo before he even starts to run and gets out number one right there on home plate.
So they 2 outs away here from the end of the game. Owls down to the last 2 outs. Morris comes to the plate. Okay. Morris homered his last at bat. He doubled also tonight.
Osprey still leading 11-7 here in the bottom of the ninth. And now coming to the plate, Dallas Morris. No runners on base yet. 1 out. Morris up there in the Pioneer League with 26 RBIs. Batting .313 coming in this game. His first pitch, he fouls over the grandstands behind us for strike number one. Fastball. 0-1 count now for Morris. 1 out. Pardon me.
Your pardon.
Thanks. No problem. 1,000 apologies. Patient one.
1,000,000 beg your pardons.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Morris. Another one fouled over the right field wall this time. Strike two. 0-2 is the count now.
Morris down 0-2. That's what you just said.
Right.
Gosh.
No, that's right.
Well.
You're fired. That's what it is. No, Chris, come back. Come back, Chris. Please. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry.
All right, fine.
Oh, geez. That was scary. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Morris. And fouls that one towards the Owls dugout. Still strike two off that curveball. 0-2 count. 1 out. No runners on base yet. Morris at the plate here for the Owls.
And catcher DiCarlo walking out to the mound. He's going to tell his pitcher, hey, look, I looked at this guy a lot on the pitch chart. The high fastball is the one to get him.
But he also has a couple good hits, too.
Oh, he does have a couple good hits.
So watch out for that.
Careful.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Fighting him off here. Still strike two. 94 mile an hour fastball.
That was the high fastball.
But he got a hold of it.
He did.
Thank goodness.
not high enough. So 0-2. Wow. Keeps fighting.
Yeah, here comes the pitch to Morris. Another high fastball, this time inside. Ball 1 for Morris.
He wanted it to be high enough to get the swing under it, but this one was almost over.
Yeah.
Everybody's head.
1-2 is the count. 1 out. Morris still at the plate here. No runners on base yet. Here comes his pitch. High pop fly. This one going straight underneath the catcher.
That'll
Looks like
stay in
first
field.
baseman Byrne making the catch out there in right field foul territory. Darn it. That's 2 outs now for the Owls. Still no runners on base. And Osprey leading us 11-7 here in the bottom of the ninth. And now batting for the Owls, number 12, Kobe Overstreet, the DH tonight.
Only one more out to play with for the Owls. 4 runs with 1 out. 2-out rally.
Uh-huh.
I guess it could happen.
Yeah.
In that nice little fantasy world of mine, it doesn't happen very often. It could happen.
It could, of course, yes.
But we'd like it to happen. We hope for it to happen.
All right, here comes the 0-0 pitch to Overstreet. And fouls that one to the net for strike number 1. 0-1 count now, 2 outs. No runners on base. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Owls trailing by 4 runs. Overstreet at the bat right now.
Pullman's using that fastball well. A couple of those high, or a little bit outside, getting a lot of fouls. That one, another high fastball.
This time, Overstreet fouls it, just hitting the top of the net there. Strike 2 now for Overstreet.
Wow. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
0-2 count, 2 outs, no runners on base. Overstreet at the plate right now for the Owls. And Overstreet grounded out. No, let's see. He walked his last at bat, had a couple strikeouts and a walk before that.
2 walks, 2 strikeouts tonight. He's out there being the most patient he can, but this kind of a pressure situation. Now with 2 strikes on him even, he's got to feel a lot of pressure here.
Yeah. Overstreet came in the game batting .273. Oklahoma City University. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. And that one gets him on the outside corner with a curveball. Strike 3. So Overstreet strikes out strikes out looking, getting the 3rd out, and ending the game. So the end game, the Osprey 11, the Owls 7. Come on back after this commercial break for a post-game wrap-up.
Pioneer Radio and Sports would like to thank the following businesses who are committed to customer service.
This Owlz broadcast is brought to you in part by Pace and Sports and Trophy, Blue Ribbon Quality and Service, by Frederico Landscaping, exceeding your expectations since 1980, by the United States Air Force, Cross into the Blue, by Western States Insurance Agency. Our customers are first class, just like our service, and by Triple T Heating and Cooling, comfort from our family to yours.
1400 K-Star.
Welcome back. That's going to do it for the game tonight. We are the wingmen out here in Orem.
Thanks for tuning in and listening to the game out here. The final score for the night, 11 for the Osprey and 7 for the Owls. Final scores, Osprey with 11 runs, 14 hits, and 2 errors. The Owls with 7 runs, 7 hits, and 4 errors. So tonight's game is a first loss in this 3-game series against the Osprey. We're now 1 for 2.
1 for 2
in this series.
Well, 1-1 in the series, or 1 for 2.
Right.
A lot of ways to say that. So tonight's winning pitcher is going to be Anthony Cups, who started the game. Takes his record to 1-2 for the Osprey. Losing pitcher tonight is Robert Mosebach, dropping him to 2-1 for his record.
Okay.
And you know, Moose has had some great starts tonight. Had a difficulty with control, gave up a couple home runs there before he was done. He ended up giving up 5 runs in his 5 innings that he pitched, and that was enough for the Osprey to build on, and they just kept going and going and going, and lots of balls kept going and going and going, and they were gone.
Well, a lot of interesting stuff happened tonight. I'd rather not talk about the good things that Osprey did, but they actually did a really good job. 6 home runs from the Osprey, lots of
4 home runs for the Osprey, 2 for the Owls, 6 in total. Right.
So let's Osprey, Rusty Ryal with a home run, Ed Roman with a home run, Mike DiCarlo with a home run, and Pedro Ciriaco with a home run.
First of the year for both of those.
Yeah. Rusty Ryal also had a triple and a double tonight, and Mike DiCarlo with a double. For the Orem Owls tonight, Bradley Kuhn finally gets some extra base hits with a double and a triple.
You know, I don't sit there and go, like, finally. Like,
no.
He was doing very good with the
Of course. I didn't mean it that way. I meant, like, yay, he got an extra
Congratulations.
base hit.
Yeah, he's getting his first extra base hits tonight.
Yeah, nice work, Kuhn. And a home run from Dallas Morris tonight, and Smith, right?
And Smith? No. Mike Hughes.
Mike Hughes.
No,
I'm
sorry.
Is it Smith?
No, it was Riley. Patrick Riley.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry, Riley family. Patrick Riley came in for one at bat, smacked a 2-run shot over the wall.
Yep.
It was nice. It was beautiful.
And
clean.
That was Riley's first home run on the season. So a couple good things happening for the Owls tonight. And again, the final score 11-7 in favor of the Osprey. So tune in tomorrow night for our
player of the game tonight. Sorry about that. We're going to name Dallas Morris player of the game again.
Right.
He was 2 for 5 tonight with a home run and a double, 2 RBIs and a run scored. You know, not his fault tonight. He did a pretty darn good job out there.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. These Owls radio broadcasts are brought to you by all of our great sponsors, K-Star Radio, the Owls Radio Network, and by Ace Mortgage Company, Blue Mountain Insurance, The Clean Home, J&J Services, All-Star Garage, GotConcrete.com, Sportsman'sWarehouse.com, Marcon Incorporated, SOS Staffing Services, and Escape Motorsports. So thanks for tuning in to Birds of Play with the Wingman. My name is Joey Hurley.
And I'm Chris Peterson.
Reminding you never to leave your wingman. Have a good night, everyone.
1400 K-Star.